ESPNLAcontests.com. That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
For a century, the Genesis Invitational has stood as one of golf's greatest stages, where legends rise and history is made. February 19th through 22nd, celebrate 100 years of championship golf. Experience the drama, the tradition, and the moments that define the Genesis Invitational. Tickets at genesisinvitational.com.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text HAWK to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text HAWK to 321-321. That's HAWK to 321-321. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The home of Rams football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
What have I always said about going into the LeBron business? What have I always said from day one? Remind me. All right, I'll just say it because you don't.
No, I think you
when
would
you
say
go in the LeBron business.
Yeah.
When you're in the LeBron business, you are expected to push the chips to the center of the table every time. Okay? That is what you signed up for because that is who he's been.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
On this day in 1994, the number one hit, Bryan Adams, Rod Stewart, and Sting. Cappy, one of my favorite songs of all time, when they got together and sang All for Love,
man.
From the Three Musketeers soundtrack. Remember the Three Musketeers?
Yes.
That's kind of like you, me, and Sedano, but when Brian Windhorst is here, my Columbo brother,
right,
it becomes Windy, Cappy, and Sedano, which I'm okay with.
You are.
They are the Three Musketeers on Wednesdays. Good morning, Brian Windhorst.
Where would Brian Windhorst be in line at your wedding to dance with you?
To this song, Morales. I want to dance with you to this song.
Let's do it.
Yeah. There you go.
Wow. We won't look each other in the eye.
A little sabor.
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the widow on the radio.
No. Giant Mexican, horn section.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Give me a freaking break.
I'm reacting to Art Bell.
Yeah? Oh, okay.
Amazing.
Do you want to do the Love Boat, or do you want me to do the Love Boat?
The Art, I don't even know what you're talking about.
No, here it is. Ready? Watch this. Watch this.
Midnight in the desert. I'm Art Bell.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to Bit Boy.
Right now.
Monstrous.
Beto, I don't want to eat that.
We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time.
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
So, my girls, stay tuned.
Yeah, come on, Mike Trudell. Yeah. Boom, here it comes. Yeah.
7:02 and 45 seconds. Good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on a Trudell Thursday.
Listen to him go. Woo.
Mike Trudell
Hey,
in the
hey.
chair, sitting in for George Sedano this morning.
All right.
A Trudell Thursday.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
So how was the drive in? We actually made contact with you early this morning, so to make sure that you would be here on time this week, so that Greg Bergman didn't berate you and throw a chair at you.
Is that what you're doing now? You're berating me?
First of all, I was on time last week.
Mm-hmm.
Not on our time.
I was on time last week. Secondly,
is that what you're doing
was
now?
there,
Yeah.
was
Don't
there
step
any,
on JT the Brick, please.
Was there any doubt that I was going to be here early today?
Always knew I'd make it.
Come
I
on.
never had a doubt.
And Cappy and I sent you pictures
Yep.
from our East Central hotel rooms of the giant hand that we always talk about.
Right.
Yeah.
And oftentimes I ad lib off copy, as we call it. And I say, you could sit Mike Trudell on that hand if you want.
Well, what I was worried about when you sent a photo, and I was driving, so I didn't look at it at the time, but I was worried that it was something inappropriate.
Not in a group chat with Lindsay.
No.
What do I have to do with anything?
I didn't know who was on. It just said on my Apple CarPlay, it just said Chris Morales in photo, and I was like, uh-oh.
And then when Cappy 30 seconds later also sent a photo, what did you think?
Same. I thought.
Do you think you're getting a pair of Schwanzes on a Thursday morning?
That's exact. Honestly, that was my first expectation.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, I don't know if I want. Although I was curious.
Well, you're always curious, my friend.
It is true, though, because when you sent that picture of the hand, I happened to be standing in the bathroom at the East Central.
With clothes or without?
I was in a towel.
Okay.
The big towel.
Because I was wondering, at first I saw you just sent the hand, but I thought maybe the window's open and we see a reflection.
Yeah, I was wearing a towel, and I had
Not a bathrobe.
Not a bathrobe. I had the big towel wrapped around my waist.
Not the middle towel?
But the middle towel,
was underneath?
I'll have you know, I had it in my hand, and I'm like, should I take a picture of myself in towel with middle towel? And then to your point, I'm like, who's on this?
Right, you got to make
thread?
sure. Yeah.
Right. You know, in the world of human resources,
Because that could bring the whole thing down.
Right. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be the guy that brings it down.
Well,
right.
I'm glad that it was not an inappropriate picture.
Yes, it was just a picture of the hand where it would be comfy for you to sit. Should you ever visit me and Chris?
Now, did you hear Brian Windhorst in the Open? Windy Wednesdays, which I give Lindsay credit for Windy Wednesdays. And Windy is a great teammate, and he plays along very well.
Yeah,
he's one of the biggest stars of ESPN at this point. He now wants to dance with me. There's a bit going on about who's going to dance first with me at a wedding.
Have you heard this?
Isn't scheduled.
Well, no, so first of all, I did listen to part of Wendy's appearance yesterday on the show. Wendy's always great.
But here's where I'm getting to.
And he didn't want to look you in the eye.
Sedano, top of the hour integrity. So I want to get to the A story, but I just want to tease this a little bit. How much longer before Wendy is sharing a glizzy with Cappy and I at Yamava? Because I think that we got him. He's having fun.
Does he come in the middle? Is that how that works?
I don't know, actually.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Maybe he does.
We make a Wendy sandwich.
Maybe.
Well, Cappy's been pursuing Wendy aggressively for
a
while now.
Very aggressively.
Yeah.
I've got a little bit of a man crush on him.
So do I.
Yeah.
We have matching Columbo mugs.
And it looks like he's starting to break.
Yeah, well, you know what it is? Yesterday, and we'll get to it here in a second.
Top of the hour integrity.
Right, here comes
He's
top
on
of the hour
TV right
integrity. He is on TV right now with Stephen A. And last night, he was on with Scott Van Pelt. And I was saying to this friend of mine who I was watching.
We have the sound if you're going to go the direction I think you're going.
Yeah, but I said to a friend of mine, I go, you know what he does is he warms up on our show. He gets loose on our show. And then he's like, okay, I said this. I said, that was really good. I'll say this. And so he's getting loose for Scott Van Pelt or Stephen A.
Warming up.
Here on Sedano and Cap. So to get to the A story and top of the hour integrity, Mike, yesterday this article drops on ESPN.com. And I am not joking with you that this thing probably dropped at about 6:45 a.m. yesterday morning. I'm having a little bit of a stomach issue, so I'm in the bait room over
There's
here.
a shot.
Right? I'm in the bait room right over here.
Is that why you haven't eaten a donut yet?
Mike Trudell brought donuts.
There's a lot of conversation this week about fasting, so I'm in the midst of a 36-hour fast, so I won't be eating.
Right.
And Cappy Krispy Kreme's and everything.
Krispy Kreme?
Cappy thinks that he was fasting, but we found out he wasn't.
Turns out
the creamer.
Right. Well, it turns out here's the thing. I wasn't intermittent fasting intentionally. It was unintentional intermittent fasting. So what would happen is I'd eat dinner, let's call it 6 o'clock, and then I wouldn't eat lunch the next day until like 12:30. So I'm taking the time, but it turns out that by having an AG1, which is just greens in the morning, and mix it up with water, and then I have a cup of coffee and I use like a little bit of creamer, like sugary creamer, that breaks the fast. And I didn't know that. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm not really having a lot,
When you say breaks the fast, so is there a technical guideline?
We're getting off the top of the hour.
We're losing. It's the donut's fault. You know that.
Well, so anything
there are no 10 commandments.
Technically, I said yesterday anything with calories, which is incorrect. Because coffee has like a few calories.
Yeah,
it's actually anything that spikes your insulin. That's technically it.
So I have sugary creamer in my coffee right now.
So anything with
protein
or sugar or carbohydrates technically breaks the fast.
Right.
I see.
Yeah. And AG1
it's good to learn.
Has protein in it and carbohydrates.
Yes.
Okay.
So here's what happened yesterday is I'm having stomach problems before the show. Not a big surprise. I'm in the bathroom over here and I'm reading this article.
You're just scraping.
Right. And I'm reading this article about how, Genie, this is why Genie Bus sold the team. This is how they got their $10 billion. And I'm reading through this article, and I'm going, okay, you know what? I'm tired of hearing about the brothers and the sisters and the family feud and the Civil War and what the Dr. Bus left behind. I'm over these stories. I've seen it in sitcom form. I've seen it in documentary form. I've read about it in books. I got it, okay? I got the story. And then I get to this juicy part. And the juicy part was about LeBron James. And it's about, Jeannie is upset with LeBron. His ego is too big. And he wanted Russell Westbrook. And they appeased him with Russell Westbrook. And then he pushed the blame onto them. And then he's not grateful about Bronny. And I'm reading this, and this is just fueling my fire. Because I just love this kind of drama. The family stuff, I'm over it. The LeBron stuff, I'm in on it. I bring it to George yesterday. And again, remember, this is all just happening, Mike. We're just getting this article. And George is on the road. And at this point, he hasn't had a chance to really dive into it yet. And I start going in on the LeBron stuff.
One note on this. Not the first. Like the third text that I got about this was from one Greg Bergman. And so you guys had just started the show. I had just landed. I think we landed at probably 2:45 or something from Denver. And so I went to bed at about 3:30. And then, so same thing. So that it came out somewhere around 6. So I kind of looked over at my phone, and Greg was like, "What do you think?" And since a couple other people had texted me about it, I was just like, "Haven't read it yet. We'll get back to you."
Yeah.
But this is right around the time that you're in the bathroom.
So right. So yeah. I'm reading it, and I'm reading.
You've been in the bathroom for 30 minutes at this point,
and I'm reading the LeBron stuff. Now I come back and I see Bergman. I go, "Are you reading this?" And he had not yet gotten that far down into the article.
Portion, yeah.
He had not got. I'm like, "No, you got to hear this. LeBron, his ego, Bronny, he's not grateful. The Westbrook thing he put off on, like she's blaming, or according to the report, she's blaming LeBron.
Yeah, I wouldn't say she, according to something.
The report suggests that Jeannie is blaming LeBron for their issues now. I mean, that's how I read it. You didn't read it like that?
I just my reading of it, honestly, I thought is probably best summarized by Rich Paul. Did you hear what Rich Paul had to say about it?
I did.
Yeah, and I saw that Lindsay has that sound. So that was when I heard that, I thought.
Well,
that's kind
before
of what
you react to it, do you want to play
well,
it?
Let's go in order. Do you want to go?
Top of the hour integrity.
Right.
Well, we could start with Rich Paul because it's kind of a response to it.
Okay, so Rich. So and by the way, Bill Simmons. I don't know Bill Simmons. I've never met Bill Simmons. I don't even really know Bill Simmons' work that well.
He needs to see Dr. Cerruti because he's got the red eye thing going on.
Oh, he does?
Yes.
But I'll tell you,
like
I'm sure that's
Call 855 now 2020.
I think it's
855 now 2020.
Don't
That's
worry about it.
855-669 2020.
None of us are self-conscious about
Are
it.
we doing the
and
Cap 10 today?
We like it being called out.
We're going to do tomorrow.
We're going to do the Final Four tomorrow.
And then what are we going to do next week and the week after? You got to then start coming up with other 10s.
Okay.
Like
I'll help you out,
the 10
Cappy.
best scrapers of the week.
I think you should do it top 10 NBA teams. Just move over into the NBA.
Sedano will lose his
that'll be great.
That's the point,
That'll
right?
actually be very funny.
That's a good idea by Bergman, just to melt down Sedano.
Yes, I will make him nuts. So
top of the hour integrity.
Yes, top of the hour integrity. Back to this whole thing. So now I was saying Bill Simmons, you know what? I got to give the guy credit because, again, I don't really know him. In fact, I don't know him at all. And I'm not even really that familiar with his work. But it seems to me like Bill Simmons is behind the curtain pulling some strings right now. Like he's an anti-Laker, pro-Celtic guy. He knows that he's got Max, who's an anti-Stephen A. Smith, anti-ESPN. He's got Rich Paul, who's now this is how I perceive it, anti-Laker, no longer partners with the Lakers, doesn't feel like they did LeBron right.
A lot of extremes from you, Cappy.
Yes,
a lot of generalizations and extremes, and Max is this and Rich Paul's that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would quantify it like that.
No?
But
and
okay.
Do you think Bill Simmons is pulling the strings like I'm suggesting?
I think Simmons is a Celtics guy, likes to poke the Lakers from time to time.
I think that's what he's doing.
Simmons was the original person that, you said you were reading something on, I'm assuming on your phone in the toilet. Mm-hmm. Simmons, I used to print out his articles like back in the day and take him into the bathroom.
Really?
Like he was one of the first. Yeah, old school original Simmons, the writer, was amazing.
Did you read his book? The book of basketball.
I read all of his books. Yeah,
I don't really know him that. Again, I've never met him personally, and I don't know his work that well.
He likes to poke the Lakers when any Laker people would like to poke.
But
the Celtics.
I've seen him.
How
at
have we
Laker
gotten
games.
4 minutes away from the actual sound?
Well,
let's
okay. So here goes. So now, thank you. Let's go back to Rich Paul. So this is Rich Paul's response to the article that dropped yesterday that had everybody talking, and I mean everybody talking. Here's what Rich Paul said on his podcast with Max Kellerman. Let's listen.
There's an article written every day. Who gives a shit? I don't, right? And you don't know what's true, what's not true. I think when people see things are going well, they try their best to poke holes and try to manipulate relationships and things like that. And in any relationship, no matter who it is, no matter how long you've been with somebody, there's going to be some type of annoyance at some point. That's part of it, right? We're all human people. But I like to focus on the things that were done, and were done well, and were done great, right? And every year you're fighting to try to reach a common goal. And when when you have the level of players that I've had, that relationship becomes a lot of times a partnership. And there's people that are very envious of that partnership. And so every day they try to put forth things and put out things, and we're not falling for that. Nobody's falling for that. I'm not falling for that. I'm appreciative of what I would say was the last 7-8 years or whatever it was. It was great. And you won. So there's
we got a chip out of it.
And so there's nothing to talk about there. When these type of articles come out, people want to take the clickbait, and you got to be unbothered by this type of stuff. I am. I mean, it's like whatever.
Okay, Mike, you said that you liked his response. What did you like?
I think that the biggest part that stands out to me is that the whole LeBron James experience with the Lakers, it has been a massive success, period. Obviously, the title was the biggest part of that, but the reason that the Lakers were able to get to that point was that LeBron chose to come here as a free agent. Now, he's not the first to do that. The Lakers are obviously the number one team that you would associate with that in the history of the league. Shaquille O'Neal coming, right, would be the one that stands out with Jerry West, and then forming the dynasty. So Rich Paul was behind the scenes and has seen far more than I have. I'm behind the scenes to an extent, but not actually in the locker room, not in the meetings, right, with the executives. But I was in the Spectrum studio during COVID in my own little room doing the interviews after the Lakers won the title. Mm-hmm. And so LeBron came on with AD, and then Jeannie Buss came on, and then Rob Pelinka came on. And all they did was thank each other and talk about the moment and how it all came together. And has everything been perfect before and after that? No. And that's what I thought Rich Paul kind of summarized. This is life. If you really look behind the scenes of Sedano and Cap and the way that you guys talk to each other off the air versus on the air.
Don't try to hit the bell. We are 15 minutes through the show at 7:15. In those 15 minutes, you know what you could have done?
Tell me.
You could have gone to Valvoline Instant Oil Change, taken care of your car. Home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and to score game-winning coupons. Now I put an end to Trudell's nonsense. So Bergie can get after him.
Well, so it's not. I don't want to take away from the point too much.
Come on, you couldn't clear the throat before.
I know, I was fine. It's good.
Come
on, man. So I don't want to take away from the point a little too much, but you said massive success when it came to the Lakers and LeBron experience so far.
I'm glad you pulled out
I don't really agree with massive success. I think they won the one championship.
Okay, just success?
Yeah, it is.
You want to take out the massive?
Take out the
massive.
Well, because those are two totally different conversations. I know you're.
No, that's not. That's literally what I mean. You can, but it is a success.
Yes.
If you want to.
Yes.
So just take out the adjective. That's not sarcasm.
So LeBron James joining the Lakers and winning a championship.
Don't derail. Let Bergie finish.
No, that's.
You were done.
I think he was going. I was actually looking at him.
Go ahead.
You
I thought he had more.
You need a mirror in front of you. You must have a mirror in front of you.
This is why Ireland told me this is called the Morales Morning Show now.
He's absolutely right, and it officially will be in 3 years.
3 years is what he's got. He's got 3 years until it becomes
Maybe then we'll bring in Thompson to Trudell to follow it. You never know.
So it is either way. It is a success because they did win a championship. They probably should have won back-to-back championships. AD got hurt. That derailed the entire thing.
The bubble tax, I call it. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of that. But at the same time, massive makes it seem like they were just on fire every year. They were in the top 3 every single year, fighting for a championship.
I'm fine with just success.
They were still in the play in most years.
They have been successful in that they won a championship that some people will still call the bubble championship. They'll have to define for you that this was not a regular championship in the regular number of games. And it is in the history of the league. If 50 years from now somebody looks up and they go, who won the NBA championship in 2020? They'll look at the Lakers and they'll go, oh, the Lakers won. And they won't know in 2050.
But it wasn't easier to win the championship.
I'm not saying it was easier. I'm not saying it was easier. I'm just saying that people do distinguish that it was a bubble championship because it was unique and it was different and it wasn't the regular way the season gets won.
I agree. It was harder.
Okay. Well, and you have a different perspective and other people think otherwise. But that's not here.
Yeah, I was there.
Well, okay. So, hold on. I want to get him something.
What?
You said it was harder, which I don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
But does it make it more beneficial that you had a 6-month break almost between the end of the actual NBA season where you're traveling around and then you're dropped into a zone where all you have to do all day is work out and train Not to say that the games and the battles aren't harder, but is that more beneficial?
Well, I think so. For that, in a sense, yes. But
I got him, Cap. I got him.
What they proved before and after was they were the best team in the league for that 2 years.
I don't disagree with you.
Right. So they beat everybody. They were better than everybody. They proved it the next year when they started out hot again. And they would have won. Milwaukee won, but the Lakers were better. They beat the Bucks that year. They crushed the Suns up until the point where half the team got hurt because they had to play through October while the rest of the players were resting, right? Because they had that whole offseason. And that happened to the Lakers, the Nuggets, the Celtics, and the Heat. All 4 of those teams crashed out because they actually had to play 3 extra months. So in totality, that 2-month period, that was the best team in the league. And one championship is, I think, like Greg said, they probably should have won 2. But the whole point is they were the best team in the league. They won a title.
But they won a championship. They went to a Western Conference Finals when they surprised everybody when no one expected it.
That was the reboot after they kind of came back from the Westbrook trade.
But again, successful? Sure, successful. Because as bad as they were previous to LeBron's arrival to where they are today, you would call it a successful amount of time that had one championship that people still put an asterisk on, and other people say it was the hardest one to win. Who cares? Then there was the Western Conference Finals. Then there's been multiple coaching changes, and there's been tons of drama. And the drama has not just been Jeannie and her family, which yesterday she said, well, I'm sorry LeBron has to get pulled into all of my family drama. Well, it's the family, but the LeBron drama is part of it as well. From the Russell Westbrook thing to the Anthony Davis thing to the Luka Doncic thing. I mean, everything that has taken place is pure drama. And maybe it would be dramatic in another place, but it's not the Lakers, and it's not LeBron James, and it's not billions of dollars and family feuds and all these other things. That's what makes the Lakers, as I always say, it makes them so sexy. So everybody then had a comment yesterday. You heard Rich Paul. One thing I hear in Rich Paul is was. I hear a lot of past tense of relationships. It sounds like we had a great relationship then, and I'll actually finish this thought coming right back. Just hold on to that, because I hear a lot of past tense from Rich Paul.
That was a good tease.
Write it down, Cappy.
I got to write this down.
We're going to play the Brian Windhorst sound from Sports Center. We're going to get back to this. Teasing. That's Trudell. That's teasing.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. Didn't do a lot of that on Thompson and Trudell.
Well, but you're going to use it in the new Thompson and Trudell after the Morales morning show.
It's going to be an extravaganza. Well, yeah, no, but we've known that already. Yeah. Just like the Lakers are LeBron and Rich Paul. It is what it is. The difference is Good Karma isn't going to sell the whole thing to get away from me.
They might. Who knows? I don't know. Mark Walter walks in.
Depends what Sedano thinks.
Yeah, right. See what the Black Hand wants to do.
It's a Cosm Ticket Thursday. Listen all day for your chance to win a pair of GA tickets to watch the Rams take on the Seahawks in the NFL wildcard round. That's not right.
What? Wait, what?
7:21. Good morning, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Trudell Thursday.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
East Central Hotel, the official downtown home away from home for Cappy and Morales. EastCentralHotel.com.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Playoffs? Are you kidding me? And chicken wings? You better not be kidding me. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Grab your crew, a brew, and our great game time specials at Good Times Cafe.
Number 2.
Everclear is here, April 4th.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a 2026 Toyota Tundra SR5. Play your favorite table games now with your rewards card for entries. Drawing Sunday.
Morongo. Good times.
Hey, Laker fans, are you juggling work and family, chasing big goals while keeping everything else on track? You're in Ander, and National University gets it. That's why they have flexible online courses, career-focused programs, and real support for busy students who do it all. Whether you're building a career, raising a family, or going after your next big win, NU helps you crush your end game and your end game. Make your move at nu.edu.
If you wear contacts, never sleep in them unless approved by your doctor, and always clean them properly. Good habits prevent infections. This National Eye Care Month tip is sponsored by VisionWorks. See the difference.
Wow! John Mellencamp. Dancing Words Tour, the greatest hits. August 10th. The
Hollywood Bowl. Tickets on sale Friday, January 23rd at 10 a.m. at livenation.com. John Mellencamp. Dancing Words Tour, the greatest hits.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. On the road to the Lombardi Trophy. Powered by Yamava Resort and Casino. You in?
7:25. Good morning. A Trudell Thursday with you.
Those crazy nights.
Happy birthday, the lead singer of this group, Journey. We're going to play a lot of Steve Perry today. Steve Perry turned 77 years old.
Really?
Yeah. This is one of my favorite Journey songs.
Oh, listen, you got to go the old school Journey. I'm talking before, like, all the pop Journey.
But I'm going to play some of the AC stuff
That's
too.
fine.
When Steve Perry was singing love songs.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah. Listen,
I
when
love
he gets to like open arms and stuff, for sure. Yeah. Stone in Love. You know one song we got to play today?
You have kind of like a rock star type of voice.
Oh yeah, but I could never sing Journey because Journey's very hard to sing because he's got such a high voice.
Yeah.
But what Steve Perry can do to a word, like one of my favorite Journey songs is Lights. When the lights go down in the city, he will turn one word into like a 15-second lyric.
Right.
One word, you know? Guy's amazing.
Today is also National Ball Boy Day. Ball Boy Day?
No, I thought
I thought you were going to say National Blunt Day.
National Blonde Brownie Day.
Blonde
brownies.
brownies.
Those are good.
What's
got
a
those in the
blonde
sweet.
brownie?
What
is it?
It's just a different kind of. It's brownie, but with it's brownie and cookie together. I feel
Kind of like a chocolate chip cookie.
It's like the ebony and ivory of brownies?
Right, very much so. That's exactly right.
All right.
Right.
Like a blonde Oreo. You know, it's just
yeah,
like
but that's
it's
a lot
just
of chemicals, man.
Yeah.
A lot of chemicals.
Stone in Love.
That's why you got to get the JoJo's from Trader Joe's. You like the yo-yos?
Oh, it's butterscotch brownie.
Oh.
It's different. I thought it
Hey,
was
you
something
were
else.
way off.
I was thinking of a brook. I think I was thinking of a brookie.
Butterscotch might be my favorite taste.
Oh, really? Then get him some
Love
Werther's.
butterscotch.
Oh, yeah.
Get him some
see,
Werther's
You're
Originals.
like Pete Carroll. You like Werther's
I
Originals,
do like Werther's Originals.
Suck on those things.
And the Werther's that have the like the caramel inside them, like the ones
Oh,
that kind of
when
melty.
it like explodes in the mouth?
Yep, those
Nice.
are great too. Yeah, love a butterscotch shake.
Yeah?
Oh, God.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Really?
Oh yeah.
You like New England clam chowder?
No.
No. Because
Definitely
yesterday
not.
was New England clam chowder day, and I was just talking about how
Yeah, he's
hot
not a
and-
seafood guy.
hot and like
The things
friggin' creamy it
The
is.
things that I hate the things that I hate the most is sort of anything white cream, like horseradish or ranch.
How can you
Sorry,
hate
Cappy.
horseradish?
It's disgusting.
With prime rib?
Oh, no.
You
Oh,
dip it in that
nice prime
horseradish
rib
and the
dip.
au jus?
No,
Ooh.
remember that's how I almost threw up in this whole the shrimp thing with Michael Thompson.
The horse.
Right? And then he had to pay me a bunch of money to see me suffer through eating 5 shrimp.
Yeah.
And they doused it in horseradish, and I almost
So
throw up
good.
every time.
By the way,
So
Pepe
good.
gave me an amazing 1-year sobriety gift.
Mhm.
I'm going to wear it tomorrow. It's an incredible gift.
Is it a patch
I'm
like
not
LeBron
even.
wears?
I'm not even.
And Luca, all-star one, sobriety patch.
No, LeBron and Rich Paul should wear patches that say "We know nothing."
Right? Not us.
Yeah, it's
You know,
not us.
Not our fault. You know.
Let's continue with the A story.
All right.
Cappy.
So Mike
The
Trudell,
Rams?
the Rams are coming.
Okay.
Rams are coming.
That's
that's
going to
kind
be
of a
the
big-
C
That's
block.
kind of a big game, no?
It's a monster game.
C block. C
The
block.
NFC Championship game is the C block?
Well,
Today, tomorrow, it'll be the A
Oh,
block.
100% it'll be the A block.
Hey,
And
why
then,
don't you let us produce the show and you worry about being here on time?
well, wait a second. On the other hand, think about it like this.
Yes.
Trudell is in today for Sedano.
Yeah.
And Sedano likes to produce the show on the fly.
Yeah.
So maybe Trudell feels that he just sits in that chair. He starts producing.
By the way, here's the problem when not a problem.
Yeah.
But when Sedano yells at me.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm going to text Sedano.
Well, I can't wait to hear what the problem is after that.
Just slow down so I can text Sedano live while you're saying.
Yeah, he's going to be like, here, make sure you tune in right now.
No, I told him I was going to say this.
Yeah,
so he already knows.
Let me hear.
Hold on, I'm texting.
It then buys me an hour. Yesterday was an hour and a half of my day on the phone.
Yeah.
But not about that. He just calls about everything else.
Okay.
Like, we're boys. Like, we're Black Hand stuff.
Right.
So that's an hour. And then he'll call back 20 minutes later. Oh, I forgot this. That's another 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So then 90 minutes plus the frustration of being yelled at on the air.
Right. For me, it's very efficient. George and I are extremely efficient off the air.
Yeah.
So yesterday we had a conversation, and it was. I think I looked at my phone afterwards. I'm like, we got this all in. I got what I needed. He got what he needed. Under 5 minutes.
Yeah, but mine was 65 minutes.
Yeah, I know. See, it's a longer time. He's got to work it out with you a little bit. Okay, so here's the thing. Just back to this story, and then I do want to get to the Rams, and I do want to get to the Seahawks. And are you okay over there, Mike? What's going on?
Don't mind me.
Well, I mean, it's all on camera, so everybody's seeing what you're doing.
Just slow down.
You getting a Werther's original?
No, I brought I noticed that, as Chris mentioned, I used to do the Thompson Trudell show, and I had forgotten, you got a little stiff sitting here for 3 full hours.
Oh, yeah.
So I brought in a little heat pack, right, to put from the back. So it's nice, stay nice
Didn't
and
you
loose.
used to do the show with a heating pad?
I never did, but I regret not doing it in hindsight because it's great.
You use a lacrosse ball, right?
Well, I do, and a lacrosse
Lacrosse
ball. Thanks for
ball's
noticing,
great.
Bergman.
Yeah,
I sleep with a
that.
heating pad.
I think it's in my office still.
Yeah, so you know what? And so I have one in my chair at home, Chris. But now I sometimes will take the pad down to the bed, and I think I'm going to buy another one so I don't have to do the I don't have to schlep it back and forth.
Hey,
The heating pack
good
is,
use of schlep. Nice.
No, I will say that I got some physical therapy though, and they told me that my back looked like essentially like bacon. Because I've had the heating pack on too often. Does that happen to you? And
so I don't use it on my back.
You don't
I
have
use it
bacon
for
back?
my left arm, which still has issues from the strokes. I had 3
Thank you,
strokes,
Jorge.
4 seizures.
Okay, so
So there's just muscle issues. So a lot of times at the end of the day, it's just sore. So I try to put it on the left shoulder, left arm area every night.
Okay, it sounds like I should probably do it a little bit less than I am since my skin is cooking.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what the physical therapist said.
Right.
Like
You got
my skin,
bacon back.
it's like marbled
Right.
on my back.
You want to show us?
I'll show you. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't take a look
But
at
let's get back to the A ball.
All right,
Do you
here's the
remember
deal.
what you wrote down for your teeth?
Yeah, here's the deal, okay? And no, I forgot, actually. I did forget. But Rich Paul, and here's what it was. When I hear Rich Paul and Max Kellerman on their podcast yesterday, which, by the way, I don't listen to it. I just happen to, everybody picks and chooses pieces to put out on social media. And that's what I listen to, and that's what we just played a little while ago, which was, hey, look, I choose to say that, people drop articles every day. I don't give a crap about that. And these people all have a bone to pick because when things are going well, everybody's looking to tear you down. And he says, we had, and back then, and our relationship was, and he says all of these things. And the way I hear it is because I heard another piece where he's like, back in the bubble, he said, we were hanging out all the time together. So all day long, we were playing cards and talking and hanging out. We had a great relationship. And I don't doubt that Rich Paul and LeBron James and Jeannie Buss created this partnership and had a great relationship. But Brian Windhorst was in here yesterday, and I thought Brian Windhorst made a really interesting point that I had not thought of, but he's an NBA insider, and he's super close to this. And here's what he said.
Ball knowers.
He said, let the actions do the talking rather than the words. And I said, well, what does that mean? I'm tired of the cryptic nonsense.
That's a classic Windy thing.
Right, just say it, man.
Yeah.
And then George starts yelling at me, what don't you understand? I'm like, I want details, okay? Not everybody's the insider ball knower. So what he was saying, Windy, yesterday was, look at what the Lakers' actions are. They did not offer LeBron a contract extension. LeBron opted into his contract. And I'm sitting here like a freaking moron. And I'm like, yeah, and he goes, don't you see? They were telling him by not giving him a contract, we're done. We've got Luka. He's our new guy. You opted in. This is where it ends because they didn't offer him a contract. This is Windy's analysis, not mine. So what do you think, Mike?
I think that LeBron is the first player in NBA history to play a 23rd season, and who knows what's going to happen after this year. I don't know if LeBron wants to play another year. He hasn't said yet. He's going to wait and see how this season goes. And from as far as the Lakers building the team into the future, obviously Luka Doncic is kind of number one, and then Austin Reeves I think is right there. And who knows if LeBron wants to play another season? Oh, could he come back to the Lakers? Of course. So I don't. To me, I don't see what the story is with that. That is pretty. I am shocked every time I see LeBron play like he did in Denver, and still be able to be this effective. Because no player has been this effective after year like 16, let alone 23. Even Kareem wasn't near the same as Kareem was at the end of his career. So that's all it is for me with LeBron and contracts and extensions. I just think, like, literally it's completely unprecedented what he's doing physically. And there's no reason not to just get to the end of the year and see what he wants to do first and foremost.
I grant you, by the way, I say this to George all the time. He's superhuman. So when he talks about not being, committed to playing back-to-backs because he's 41 years old, I don't buy it because I see a guy who's 41.
Just did it twice.
Right.
Yeah, it's
that's
crazy.
My point. And I gave him a lot of credit.
I'm 41 years old.
Because last week, I think it was the game against Portland, I was like, you know what? He did not have to play in that game because there was no Luka. Austin's still not playing. I don't even remember if Rui was playing in that game. But the point is that he did not have to play in that game, given that nobody else was playing. And when he looked around the starting lineup, he's like, who have I even played with? So I give LeBron all the credit for that. But what I'm saying about Rich Paul is that Rich Paul, in my opinion, is talking about the relationship they had when everything was great and they were business partners with Jeannie. And now here we are today. And today there's a new owner. Jeannie, while still has the title of governor, I question for how long. And if what Wendy is saying is right, which is their actions said that this is where it ends, and that's just an if, then I understand why the relationship was good back then and maybe not so good going forward. Or maybe it's just not even the same. Forget about it not being good.
Yeah, I don't know. So that was part of what I liked about what Rich Paul said, though, is that there have been plenty of really good moments between, like, LeBron and the franchise. And the most recent one, I was just at, you watched it. Like, LeBron was awesome in the game at Denver. And so, like, tonight they play the Clippers. And so all of the stuff that comes out about the past and the story, like, doesn't matter for what's happening today in Lakers basketball. And I didn't see any effect of that in Denver. I don't think we'll see any of it, an effect of it tonight with the Clippers. I think that LeBron and Luka have really started, like, with Austin Reeves out, they have started to figure out how to play with each other to a higher degree. And like, they are still lacking some things, I think, that makes them like an immediate championship contender. But it's starting to get a little closer now, and especially once Reeves comes back purportedly on this trip. Mm-hmm. That was kind of like the surprise news in Denver, because I wasn't sure, Cappy, that he was going to be back before the All-Star break. Redick said the hope is for him to play on this trip, which is ironic. We're technically on a trip right now. I'm here in Los Angeles, right, but this is game 2 of an 8-game road trip.
Right. But they're home.
So if Reeves can return here, and then then you've got LeBron Lucas stuff, and then you integrate Austin Reeves into it, and maybe you make a move at the deadline. And we all know they could use a defender or maybe another athlete. So that to me is just so much more predominant over whatever LeBron, whatever this part of the LeBron story that we're getting at. And I think that still is the most important thing moving forward in the season.
So let me ask you guys this question. We heard from Rich Paul, and Rich kind of trying to however you hear it. If you hear it as, yeah, it's all good, no problem, or maybe you hear it as backpedaling, maybe you hear it as damage control, however you interpret that. We've got a lot of other things. You guys want to hear what Wendy had to say? Do you want to hear what, Lindsay's BFF, a guy named Chris Haynes, right, Linz? That's your guy?
I know Chris.
Silence says so much. You turned on the mic but didn't say anything.
He turned on the mic and she just gave me a look. A look of lasers, right? But Chris Haynes.
He does have an interesting point. When he was on his Sirius XM NBA radio show.
Now, Chris Haynes, just so for anybody that doesn't know, why should I assume that everybody knows his work? Okay. He's a reporter. He was working for, what was it, TNT?
He used to work for ESPN, Yahoo Sports, and then he was a TNT sideline reporter. But now I think he just has like the...
I think he's doing some Amazon stuff.
Okay.
Now,
all right. Well, here's what he said. I thought was interesting.
I just question why now. And if it's why now, and usually when things like this start to trickle out, something's about to go down. I don't know what that is, but that's usually how this works.
And he is pretty close with Rich Paul, so I feel like it's interesting that he said that publicly,
Is he intimating, and should I be hearing it this way, that when things like this is what he says, when things like this come out, something big could be happening?
Yeah.
If he's got a relationship with Rich Paul that you say he does, I don't know what their relationship is. But I assume that you're right. Let me ask a question. Would this be out of control? Would this be ridiculous, or would this be possible? LeBron's got this no trade clause, but LeBron's in the last year of his contract. LeBron still wants to win a championship. Rich has told everybody that. If LeBron's not going to be with the Lakers beyond this year, is it possible that something big is brewing? and that maybe there is the potential for LeBron to make a decision on it, and have the team accommodate his desire. Could LeBron be moved?
Everything that I've gotten from LeBron and just interviewing him after every game this season is that he's focused on is getting himself ready physically to play the next game. And so all of the big picture stuff, like I just think that we're past that at this point. He can worry about next year. I don't think anything with LeBron is happening at the trade deadline or anything, and that's only. I just think like he still thinks this team has enough talent to do something. Now, are they OKC right now, where they're in first place by a lot? No, but they're kind of right on their periphery of potentially having home court for the first round if they can win a couple more games, if they can take care of business on this trip, which, by the way, Cappy, we can talk about this later. I think 5-2 is reasonable for these next 7 games, even though they're all on the road. Mm-hmm. So if they can do that, and then they can add a piece at the deadline, like they can still do something. They can make some kind of a run, and that, to me, is still the thing that's top of mind for LeBron.
All right, there you go. There is the words from a man who is very, very close.
Who gives a shit? I don't.
To this situation. I do.
They don't know anything. They don't know.
What do they know?
They're just pretending. Come on,
they
man.
don't know.
Don't you know? They don't know.
I know that they knew.
No, they didn't know.
No, they knew back then.
You got to understand.
They don't know going forward.
You got to accept the premise.
Which
they
is,
don't know.
They don't know.
They're just playing around on a podcast. 7:40. Good morning. The Sedano Kap Morning Show. We will get back to the A's story soon. But as Trudell said, Rams are in the NFC Championship game playing the Seahawks. The great Michelle Smallman will join us for her weekly visit, thanks to our friends at Prize Picks. Coming up, you hear Michelle as part of Unsportsmanlike, weekdays 3 to 7 a.m., leading into our show. But first, Cappy, you're going to tell us about Seller's Advantage.
Driving down the freeway just yesterday, and there is that giant billboard, and they're everywhere, for Seller's Advantage. There's Damon Lyons and his partner, the OG, a.k.a. the other guy. That's right, we know Damon. We don't know his business partner, the other guy. But here's what I do know. These guys are great at what they do. If you're ready to downsize, if you're ready to sell a home that was gifted to you by your parents who are no longer here and you don't want to play landlord and you don't want to pay property taxes on that house, maybe you're ready to sell your house because you got a lot of equity in it and your kids have moved on and you're sitting around going, why do we have this big house? Why? So that the kids can come home for Christmas once a year? If it's time to sell, it's time to call Seller's Advantage. Because by the time you start paying for repairs and agent fees, let me tell you, you could have already sold the home for a very fair, very competitive price without the worry of the deal falling through. That's because Seller's Advantage buys your home in cash. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to put money out. You don't have to have people coming through your house. You don't have to stage it. You don't have to spend on it. They buy it with cash as is. So here's what I would suggest you do. If you're ready to sell, get your free, no obligation cash offer today. Call Seller's Advantage. 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS. I'll slow it down for you. 888-390-2747. Or call sellersadvantage.com.
Thank you, Cappy. Michelle Smallman joins us in 3 minutes from right now on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
With America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds. Like the reliable and efficient Tucson Hybrid, backed by America's best warranty. The Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. It's the best of both worlds.
Now, lease a Hyundai Tucson for $269 a month or get 0.99% APR financing for 60 months. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end February 2nd. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
For a century, the Genesis Invitational has stood as one of golf's greatest stages, where the game's legends make their mark and history is written.
It's official. The round that will long be remembered. Oh, yes! Ludwig Oberg.
February 19th through 22nd, celebrate 100 years of championship golf. Experience the drama, the tradition, and the moments that define the Genesis Invitational. Get your tickets now at genesisinvitational.com.
We've all said it for years. The Monday after Super Sunday should be a holiday. And this year, Yamava Resort and Casino is making it happen. This Sunday, January 25th, join Cappy, Morales, Bergman, and producer Lindsay at the 909 Sports Bar to watch the AFC and NFC Championship games. Show up and enter to win a VIP Super Sunday experience. A free room, incidentals covered, plus our Super Sunday watch party and the Monday after, live from Yamava. Be there January 25th at Yamava Resort and Casino to watch and win.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Smalls here. Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your six figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year one needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, they've seen it all. And they're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box.
With Progressive Customer Service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last 2, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates and other insurers, not available in all states or situations.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on the road to the Lombardi Trophy. Powered by Yamava Resort and Casino. You in?
7:45. Good morning, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Trudell Thursday.
Hey, Mama, rock me.
Mike Trudell sitting in for Sedano again. It is time for Michelle Smallman to join us as she does each week now at 7:45 on Thursdays. Thanks to our friends at Prize Picks. Prize Picks.
Should I know this song?
Hold on for a second, please.
Yes.
Download the app today and use code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, to get $50 in windups after you play your first $5 windup. That's code CAPPY to get $50 in windups after you play your first $5 windup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. This is Darius Rutger.
Hey, you don't know the song?
Wagon Wheel.
I know Darius from Hootie and the Blowfish, but no, I've never heard his
So he
solo
did a
work.
lot of country, especially like 10 years ago in
You
country.
never heard this song?
But the reason why this is important is I like to play a clip when Michelle comes on, and Evan. Evan suggested a clip this morning in text when Michelle and Courtney Cronin, who was sitting in for Canty, were talking about two-factor authorization.
Okay.
Now, I thought it was a good, interesting conversation, but I didn't know if Cappy would know that much about it.
Oh, yeah.
And I just thought I like the music clip better because we play a lot of music on this show. So this happened earlier on Unsportsmanlike.
Okay.
Mama rock me. This is a jam.
It's a good song.
Shout out to Darius Rucker.
Yes. Unsportsmanlike is presented by Progressive Insurance. Bundle home and auto and save. Visit progressive.com.
Are you a country guy?
I'm not anti. I'm not like, well, I think I'm Kenny Chesney.
Oh,
That's
cute.
country?
Yeah.
Courtney, are you a country girl?
I am not. Oh.
Oh, she's like hardcore rap.
The best part of the clip is Michelle's response, oh. And Michelle Smallman
really?
joins us now on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning, guys. Thanks as always for having me. That O that you just heard there was me realizing that the cheese stands alone when it comes to loving country music on Unsportsmanlike today. I was like, okay, great. I have no allies here.
Yeah, I am not. I was like back in the older days, I would call it, like in the Garth Brooks, Alan Jackson sort of days. I liked country. Nowadays, like I've gone to a couple of country shows and I'm like, what is everybody doing here? I'm bored out of my mind. Like I'm not dancing around. I'm not having a great time. I don't know.
How do you not like Morgan Wallen? He's incredible.
I don't know. I guess I don't really know his work that well. But I do know that Wagon Wheel song. I'm surprised, Mike Trail. You don't know. Like I know every word to that song.
I hadn't heard that. I am more in the kind of 90s hip hop, 90s alternative, and classic rock. But I will like. James Taylor's about as close to country as I got now. To me, that's
Taylor?
less. It's
Really?
more folk.
Yes.
And it's less country. But I'm just saying there's some tangs of it. And then, let's see. There's a couple Rascal Flatts songs that really are a little bit more poppy that I think, oh, that's a nice melody.
Michelle,
but I haven't heard a lot of country.
Michelle, if I were going to start with country today and I gave you the background, which is I know every song to all the Garth Brooks. I know every word to all the Garth Brooks songs.
Sing one.
Right.
Well, like, for example, give me a song. I'll sing the song for you.
I don't know.
Thunder Rolls.
Thunder Rolls. Like, you see, like that. Like, I know every word,
Come
right?
on.
Wait, right. Wait,
What was that?
And
Trudell,
were you impressed by that?
Trudell asked us why we didn't get to the NFC Championship game. I
Yeah.
think this is a perfect time to do it. NFC, AFC Championship games now. Kathy.
Wait, so you were not going to factor authentication?
No, I think that we're going to lose you on two-factor authentication.
I don't know. Michelle, since Chris wants to switch the topic, I'm going to ask you this question. Are you rooting like crazy for the Seattle Seahawks as an LA Ram hater?
I'm sorry, you cut out. Say that again. Am I rooting like crazy for what?
The Seattle Seahawks because you are an LA Ram hater.
Yes, of course. I mean, why would I ever deviate from my Rams hate now? I mean, the stakes are so high. If I was ever going to bail, it would certainly not be now. But no, I am looking forward to the Seattle Seahawks absolutely destroying the LA Rams, that defense, that burgeoning running game. And I know Sam Darnold's dealing with the oblique, but I have a feeling that we're going to see Sam Darnold step up in a pretty big way, or at least I'm willing that into existence.
Yes, I understand that. I understand willing those kinds of things into existence. I'm willing the opposite into existence. I'm willing the Rams going up to Seattle, where they lost the second game of the series this year in Seattle, in a game where the Rams had a 2-score lead, then gave up a punt return for a touchdown, momentum shifted, and in a very strange game where Seattle had 3 2-point conversions, which is unheard of in an NFL football game. And so I'm willing into existence the Rams. I've called this a redemption tour. Win in Carolina, check. Win in cold weather in Chicago. I thought it would be Philadelphia, but check. And now go back to Seattle and win a game that you should have won several weeks back. So I'm willing into existence the Rams. How about you, Mike?
Well, so the first time that Michelle and I spoke was last week at this time, okay? And I was it took me a little bit to get over the fact that she is a Packer fan. But I understand, okay? I understand why, and we got through it, and we moved on, and we talked about the game. But I remember it was you were in tough times because you hate the Bears and you hate the Rams. How did it actually go, though, the viewing experience? Like when you saw as the game was playing out, and even you could even take us through like the fourth down play, and like the emotional swings. Was it clearly Rams hate, or were you also kind of like, was there a part of you that wanted the Bears to lose at the end? How did that emotional experience go for you?
Yeah, it was really bizarre, the whole thing, because I'm hate watching both sides. You know, I've never been in that experience before because normally my favorite team is the Packers and anyone who plays the Bears and or the Rams. But to have the Bears playing the Rams and have it be a game that came down to overtime and have it be such an exciting finish, I was just like, I don't know what to do here. I was just kind of bummed out the entire time. But as we spoke about last week, I can never cheer for the Bears, but I just thought the likelihood of the Bears actually winning the Super Bowl was much smaller than the Rams getting it done. So I guess if the Bears would have won, I would have been like, okay, well, the Seahawks are going to crush them. So I'm not that worried about it. Now I have this whole new fear that the Rams could beat the Seahawks, familiar foe. Obviously, Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford have done it together before winning a Super Bowl. They have that muscle memory. And now I'm worried, like, okay, could the Rams actually beat the Seahawks, go to the Super Bowl, and win it? And then if that happens, talk about nightmare fuel, I'm going to have to hear about this for an entire calendar year. Not just because the Rams would have won another Super Bowl, and we'd be talking about where Sean McVay ranks among coaches all time, Matthew Stafford, Hall of Fame status. LA is hosting the Super Bowl next year. So it would be just so much Rams fanfare that I don't know if I'd be able to handle that. So I have quite a lot at stake emotionally this weekend.
Yeah, I understand. Now, listen, did I hear earlier today on Unsportsmanlike that Hall of Fame Rams wide receiver Isaac Bruce made an appearance? Now, are you like this? Because here's how I am. I'm a San Diego Chargers old school fan. I'm a Dan Fouts fan. I'm a Phillip Rivers fan. I'm a LaDainian Tomlinson fan. I'm a Junior Seau fan. I'm an old school San Diego Charger fan. I'm a current LA Charger hater. Are you an old school St. Louis Rams fan so that when Isaac Bruce comes on, you still have love for him? Or do you have anger towards Isaac Bruce because he's now part of the Ramily in LA, even though he didn't play in LA?
No matter how much Isaac Bruce supports the LA Rams, and I understand that he has connective tissue there. When he was drafted, they were in LA. He moved to St. Louis, and now that they're back there, he's still in the Ramily, as they call it. The football team of my lifetime is the greatest show on turf, and no one can ever take that championship and that team away from St. Louis. And I was telling everyone on our show this during the break today. I was like, you know, when a team leaves a city, there's the obvious holes that develop, right? Like your fandom goes away. There's obviously an economic feel that happens because you don't have you don't have game days, people coming in. There's an economic void there. But what people also don't understand about a city losing a team is you lose the Isaac Bruces of the world, the Kurt Warners of the world, the Chris Longs of the world, guys who become superstars there, but also pour into the community. And Isaac Bruce, even though the Rams have left St. Louis, still pours into St. Louis in an incredible way. He has such a servant's heart. He is such a great man. And I don't care how much he's connected to the LA Rams. I could never, ever, ever hate Isaac Bruce. And it's people like that we really miss not having a team in St. Louis.
I know. I feel the same way. Like, I look at a buddy of mine, a guy by the name of Rolf Benershka. I don't know if anybody knows that name, but Rolf Benershka was a kicker for the San Diego Chargers way back when, but he also had Crohn's disease and colitis. Anyway, the guy, he became like the symbol of the Charger organization and of the community, because they started a blood drive because he needed blood transfusions. And the guy's been part of the San Diego community forever, but he's still connected to the Chargers in LA because that's who he played for. And so I don't begrudge him that he's with his former team. Like, I hated that Rodney Harrison was willing to be part of the Charger Hall of Fame when he hated the Chargers when he left and went to New England. But yet it's like, hey, we want to celebrate you. So he's like, okay, I'll come back. And the fans are like, who the hell's Rodney Harrison? I didn't know he played for the Chargers. Like, the LA fans are like, I didn't even know he played for them. I know him from Sunday Night Football. So I completely understand your emotions through all of this. Mike, you don't have this problem. Your Vikings aren't going anywhere.
That's right. You never have to deal with this.
Thanks for bringing it up in that context. I was about to just
That's
throw
some
me off
positivity
again.
for you.
I'm like, well, this whole and then the who are you rooting for thing. So my secondary team that I would root for would be the Buffalo Bills, where I was born there. My mom's whole family still lives there. And can you just imagine the heartbreak between Bills and Vikings over the years? Always kind of good, but never great. And I don't know, whatever.
Is that an all-time heartbreak combo? The
think so.
Vikings and the Bills?
Yeah, it hasn't been awesome. Thankfully, I have worked for the Lakers since 2008, so that's at least brought a lot of success on that side to counterweigh the heartbreak in football. What do you make of the AFC though, Michelle? Just to take my mind off of the Vikings and NFC and stop going to this hellhole that I'm in.
Yes, I completely understand. So the AFC Championship game I'm really looking forward to this one because I know that people are counting out the Broncos because of Jarrett Stidham and the fact that he hasn't played in quite some time. But I look at Jarrett Stidham and I look at the fact that he was wanted by Sean Payton, that Josh McDaniels and the New England Patriots wanted him too. And I know that everyone is going to discount him. All he has to do is not screw this up. We said the same thing about C.J. Stroud with the Houston Texans and obviously C.J. Stroud, completely different set of expectations placed on somebody that won the Offensive Rookie of the Year just a couple of years ago. But when you have a defense that's that formidable, you just have to go in and take care of the football and execute the best that you can. And as long as he can do that, I think that the Broncos have a great shot. The Patriots, while being a good team, had an incredibly favorable schedule. And I'm waiting to see Drake May against a defense like this. And they're going to Denver at altitude. We know how difficult that is. And I think a lot of people didn't expect to see the Patriots here. They're kind of a year ahead of schedule. So I'm definitely not counting the Broncos out of this one because of that defense, because they have a championship head coach in Sean Payton, and because Jarrett Stidham is not your average backup quarterback.
Michelle, just for any neutrals out there, and I imagine most people, right, that are going to watch Patriots and Broncos would be neutrals. Does anybody really want the Patriots to go right back to having an amazing Hall of Fame future quarterback that's winning Super Bowls? Like we don't.
Plus, year one of Mike Vrabel.
Just right away, like we don't want to see this yet, do we?
No one outside of Boston wants this, or no one who's not like a bandwagon Patriots fan like Evan Cohen wants this. Nobody wants to see the Patriots come back to prominence in this way. And I think America would take great joy in watching a backup quarterback beat the Patriots in the AFC Championship.
Agreed.
Game. And you know what's crazy about this version of the Patriots is they're actually super likable. Like, you have to like Mike Vrabel's toughness. Drake May, I mean, his wife and her baking, they're just adorable. And I think a lot of people, too, if they take any joy in this Patriots thing, it's something that I bring up all the time to annoy Evan Cohen because he's such a Belichick lover. I'm like, wow, so Tom Brady leaves New England. He wins the Super Bowl with Tampa away from Kraft and Belichick. Kraft could win with a new head coach and a quarterback. That means that only Bill Belichick could not have success outside New England.
And I love that.
So I think maybe.
I love that.
Belichick haters may want this, but I don't think anybody else wants to see the Patriots.
Wait, what does she bake?
In other words, what is Drake May's? Is it wife or fiance or girlfriend? Yeah. What does she bake? Is she a Does she bake?
Yes. So she got very famous these past couple months because she did this thing called Bakemas on TikTok, where every day she would bake a new treat, and Drake would bring it into the team. And people are obsessed with her. She's like a huge superstar, a social media celebrity,
Wow.
if you will.
Oh, wow. Hey, I'm with you, by the way, on Jarrett Stidham, just by the way. When you look at this kid, he goes to Baylor out of high school. He transfers to Auburn. He's a fourth-round draft choice of the Patriots. He becomes the Patriots' backup quarterback to Tom Brady when Tom Brady is in the middle of his, all of Brady and McDaniels. They're in the midst of what they're doing together, and he's the backup quarterback. And then the fact of the matter is that when he went and played for the Raiders, if you go back and you look at the stats on those two games, he played really well against two playoff teams that year. And he was a guy that when he got to Denver, he kind of got caught up in the Russell Wilson thing, but Sean Payton wanted him. And even when there were teams that were sniffing around asking about Jarrett Stidham, Sean Payton and the Broncos were not hearing any of that. This is their chosen backup quarterback. So regardless of how little he's played, they've had faith in him and wanted him to be on their team. Look, he doesn't have Jimmy Garoppolo's credentials. I will grant you that. But Jarrett Stidham, he's been well trained for this moment. And by the way, this is your Nick Foles moment of your life. This is your chance to come in and take over and lead this team at home. You mentioned the altitude against a team with a second-year quarterback. This is your chance to become a star. And so I'm rooting for Jarrett Stidham. I am rooting for the Broncos to win. And I'm not giving up on them just because their quarterback got hurt. Not at all. I'm with you, Michelle.
Good. I'm glad to have you on my side.
Yes. It's nice to be aligned. All right, Christopher, Michelle's visit today, outstanding.
It was outstanding. The great
Excellent.
Michelle Smallman.
Thank you,
hear her
Michelle.
weekdays with Evan Cohen, Chris
Thanks,
Canty
guys.
on Sportsmanlike, weekdays 3 to 7 a.m. right here on ESPN LA. Thanks to Michelle. Thanks to Prize Picks for making it possible. All right, Cappy, 8 o'clock straight up. Straight up, literally straight up.
Top of the hour integrity, buddy.
At KSPN Los Angeles, Good Karma Brands radio station. Let's talk about our friends. We sent Trudell the pictures of the black hands. Not Sedano, the black hand, but the black hands that exist in every hotel room at our downtown LA home away from home, the East Central Hotel.
You know what I love about the East Central? This morning at 6:15 a.m., I took the elevator from the 9th floor, which is where I was last night.
I'm on the 6th floor.
On the 6th floor?
Yeah.
I was on the 9th floor last night, and I took the elevator down to the 2nd floor. And the 2nd floor is where the Nixo Lounge is. And when I open up the elevators, you know what hit me right in the face?
Bam!
The smell of coffee and bacon. That's a great smell.
It's not a bad smell,
That's
Trudell.
a really good smell. You know, like when...
I love bacon. I don't drink coffee, but I love bacon.
But the smell of bacon and the smell of coffee, and that's because at the Nixo Lounge at 6:15 in the morning, there were already people in there that are visiting from out of town, and they're already sitting there eating breakfast. I figure these guys are all on East Coast time.
Is it nice and crispy?
Yeah.
bacon?
Oh, yeah. I always make sure that the chef makes it really nice and crispy
Okay.
for me. Yeah.
That's good, yeah.
So the Nixo Lounge is a great place to have breakfast. It's also a great place to have a cocktail at night, especially if you're leaving a game or a show and you come back across the street, right across Figueroa, and you're right there at the Nixo Lounge. And the outdoor patio is beautiful because you get the sounds and the smells, if you will, of downtown LA and the action and the vibe. But you're up above it and you got TVs everywhere and games are on. You're going to have a great experience at the East Central. Did you have a good night last night, Christopher?
I've had a great 2 nights. I've been there 2 nights. So it's always beautiful. Again, when I walk in, as I said yesterday, they say, Mr. Morales, welcome back. Hand me my water. Hand me my room keys. It's just beautiful.
And
It does feel like home. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just was wondering, you guys don't see each other while you're at the hotel?
We normally do.
We used to back in the day when we did afternoons.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
mornings, it's a little different. And the last few days, we've been on different schedules.
Yeah.
So, like, I went to bed. I walked away from here, and I went to sleep at 6:30 last night. Then I woke up just to take my pills at 9:30, talked to Stephanie, and then I went back to sleep. It's a long day.
Yeah, whereas
Didn't I
last
tell you
night,
Sedano drained 90 minutes out of me on the phone?
Yeah.
Well, in the morning, I get
It's like
it.
a
The morning
vampire,
show
like when Tom
schedule.
Brady drains blood out of people because he's a vampire.
But so then, do you try to catch some of Laker games in the morning if you go to
So
sleep?
I'm
before
a
they're done?
I'm a big watch on demand while I'm getting ready or working in the morning.
Okay.
I like to do emails and stuff first thing in the day because I like to just work people over. So when they wake up, they got like 10 emails from me and they're like, "Damn it, this guy,
this freaking guy." Yeah, I can't go to sleep if I haven't seen the game.
And I watched 2 Michael Jordan videos for inspiration in the morning too,
Oh, wow,
to remind me how to just rip people's hearts out all
Right,
day.
that's what he does. He just wants to rip people's heart. Can you imagine waking up every morning?
I don't
going,
watch
"What's your
LeBron
goal
videos.
today?"
I
Rip
don't
people's
sit
heart
and
out.
watch LeBron videos of him and Rich Paul going, "Yeah, we don't know. It's not our team."
I have some of that. I do that, but at night, like before I go to bed.
Yeah.
And then my morning is sort of like the second that I'm awake. It's like I'll time it so that I can go straight into getting the boys ready for school and go. But I'm not messing around in the morning. I have to do it before I go to bed.
Yes, same. I can't go to
Chris
sleep
is
without.
wakes up first.
Yeah.
So
listen,
I would
here's
rather
the-
get the sleep and then wake up and do stuff.
Well, you're going to get a great night's sleep at the East Central Hotel, downtown LA, the perfect location, the biggest hotel rooms, and a real family atmosphere that's going to make you feel like you're at home. The East Central Hotel in downtown LA is entertainment's official address.
By the way, NBA All-Star Week, we got to figure out something else because they're sold out. The NBA bought out East Central for the whole week.
They didn't save 2 rooms for us.
I don't know.
You don't think Robert Montez was like, yeah, we got...
That NBA money is pretty sparkly.
I know, but...
Because I know Nick's Lounge is bought out for like 3 days.
We're going to stay at Bergie's.
We're going to bunk
I got
together
an extra
at
room.
Bergie's.
Me, you, and Mean Gene.
We got an extra room. The 2 of you can take as much as you want.
Never mind.
Will she apply the salmon sperm to me and Morales?
That's where I was going to go. That's where I was going to go.
Would Mean Gene rather have Morales or Cappy? If you get you only have one of them.
This is a weird conversation.
It is a weird.
That's the man's girlfriend.
Like
Have a little respect.
Have them in the house?
In the guest room, yeah.
I'm not answering that question.
8:04. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Now, do you want to go B block or C block or A block?
Let's do this. The Rams and the Seahawks. Today's Thursday. We got to start ramping this thing up because everybody's talking to the coaches and the quarterbacks and the receivers, and I want to hear what everybody's saying. So what do the Rams think? What do the Seahawks think? We'll find out coming right back.
That's in 4 minutes. Meanwhile, let me read this time, and I won't throw away the paper. It's a Cosm Ticket Thursday. Listen all day for your chance to win a pair of GA tickets to watch the Rams take on the Seahawks in the NFC Championship game at Cosm, Los Angeles. When you hear the cue to call, be caller number 7 and experience playoff football like never before. Only with ESPN LA.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Coverage and content of the 2026 College National Championship on ESPN LA is presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Plan your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. See for yourself what made readers of Newsweek and USA Today named Pechanga the best casino outside of Las Vegas. Visit Pechanga.com for more information.
Hey guys, new year, new benefits, which means it's finally time to stop saying you're going to use them.
ESPN LA fans, go to VisionWorks in Orange County. Annual eye exam, easy. Simple scheduling, simple shopping.
And right now, it's BOGO on glasses. 2 pairs, 1 tax return.
Plus the 100-day guarantee. If your glasses aren't right, they fix it.
Great doctors, tons of frames, no hassle.
New year,
better vision.
VisionWorks in Orange County. Rancho Santa Margarita, Lake Forest, Laguna de Guel, Fullerton, Brea, Bristol Plaza, and Buena Park.
VisionWorks. See the difference.
Your next Subaru is waiting for you at Subaru of Glendale. Lease a brand new 2026 Subaru Outback Premium CBT for $349 a month plus tax for 36 months. One at this payment. VIN TY 457-113. MSRP $37,275. $33.99 due at signing. Call 888-855-6434 or check out SubaruofGlendale.net. 7,500 miles a year. Model code TDD-11. Must take delivery by February 2nd, 2026. Subaru Motors Finance. Lease rates extended to well-qualified buyers with above average credit. Subject to credit approval. Not all buyers may qualify.
John Mellencamp. Dancing Words Tour, the greatest hits. August 10th. The Hollywood Bowl. Tickets on sale Friday, January 23rd at 10 a.m. at livenation.com. John Mellencamp. Dancing Words Tour, the greatest hits.
By the way, we will have John Mellencamp all day long tomorrow on ESPN LA. Meanwhile, what's on tap today on ESPN LA? Lakers and Clippers tonight in LA, an LA showdown. The Toyota Lakers countdown with Beto Durant starts at 5:30 p.m. Tip-off at 7. Hear it on your afternoon drive on 7:10 a.m. or in crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app. Brought to you by Michelob Ultra, a superior taste worth playing for. The official beer sponsor of the Los Angeles Lakers. Please enjoy responsibly. We're back in 2 minutes.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Hey, it's Mace. If you love sports, you gotta see Cosm Los Angeles. Massive display, crystal clear picture and fans everywhere. Step inside the dome, wraparound visuals, put you in the action. You want variety? The hall delivers live multi-view sports, no remote needed. Football, NBA, Premier League, UFC, all there. Then head out to the deck, a panoramic rooftop bar with craft cocktails and local favorites, sports, movies, date night, game night. Cosm does it all. Get tickets now at Cosm.com.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters' experience, combined with their award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
When the lights go down in the city.
8:09. Good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Trudell Thursday and a Steve Perry Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
Playing all Steve Perry today. Happy birthday. Lead singer Journey had a lot of solo hits. This was a great journey song. Your favorite, Cappy. Steve Perry turned 77 today. Happy birthday.
You know, it's amazing that when Steve Perry left Journey, like, you'd see him at Giants games.
Right.
But otherwise, you never saw or heard from Steve Perry again. You know, he never did a solo tour after that, or he never came back to Journey later on in life.
So I was a big Journey guy because my uncle played it when I was growing up, the Italian Stallion. So I would work out with him a lot of times, lifting and stuff, and he'd have Journey playing. Then Journey, as I got into that like early 20s, I was then working and all that stuff. Journey was still one of my favorite groups. But then,
listen to this. Out on the road. But then, now listen to what he does with this one. Without your charm.
That's what Cappy was talking about.
One
She could
word.
stretch a word out.
One word.
Yeah.
The word was charms.
He added that one extra syllable at the
Yeah.
end, too.
It was
The extra
amazing.
arms at the end.
Yeah. But then you worked out with the Italian Stallion.
But then later on, like, you know, Journey was like whatever in the like 2005, 2006. But then David Chase wants to use Don't Stop Believin' to end The Sopranos. And he wants to put the entire song in his final few scenes, right? Steve Perry almost didn't give permission, but he then did. And that changes everything. Because Don't Stop Believin' becomes one of the most iconic songs ever. Back then, we actually paid attention to iTunes purchases because you didn't have Apple Music yet where you could just pay per month. It explodes. It's the number one song on iTunes for like 50 weeks. And everything changes. Not to say Journey wasn't amazing, but it becomes more iconic because of the ending of The Sopranos.
Yeah, I just, again, I wonder what happened. Like, why did Steve Perry, like I saw what happened. David Lee Roth left Van Halen. Sammy Hagar took over Van Halen. Sammy and Eddie got into it later on in life, and then Sammy left and David Lee came back. Like, what? We never, is there a documentary, something I can see, something I can hear about? What happened to Steve Perry and Journey, and why did they never get it back together? I would love to know.
I think he just went solo.
Are tough, man.
But I don't
and a lot of
remember.
people say that the person who performs now in the Steve Perry position for Journey is really good.
Yeah.
I've never seen them.
I've seen him.
It's Arnel Pineda.
Yeah, I've
right?
seen him.
Filipino,
Yeah.
and I saw them with him, and it is amazing how close you can replicate what you would think is kind of an unreplicable voice.
Yeah.
In Steve Perry, and Pineda is like right there. It's crazy.
And it's
Really
also
good.
great. I think the story on how they found him. Did they get him on? Did they find him on YouTube? Is that how they found him? Like they were looking for somebody who it was a very unique. Anyway,
Yes, exactly. They were searching for somebody, and they saw him on YouTube in the Philippines. Yeah, and it was just
amazing
crazy.
story,
Yeah.
incredible. All right, let me get back to top of the hour integrity. Mike Trudell
Top
is
of
in
the hour
today.
integrity.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I like it.
Trudell is in for Sedano. So even though tonight, Lakers-Clippers, big game, and I know we'll talk to you about that later, Mike, the thing that I know most of us are thinking about is Rams-Seahawks, and this, to me, I look at it like this. Just the way the Patriots are on their way, first-year new head coach, even though he's experienced, second-year quarterback, they're an up-and-coming team. Denver follows into the same thing because even though Sean Payton is a Super Bowl winning coach, he's really only in year 3, but Bo Nix is in year 2. It's the same way I felt about Chicago. Ben Johnson is in year 1 of his head coaching career, and Caleb Williams is in year 2 of his playing career, but year 1 of his Ben Johnson offense. Same thing goes for Seattle. Seattle has a very, very good coach, a guy who a year ago many fans would not even know his name. And now when you take a defensive coach, and people are now calling him the defensive Sean McVay, and you put him together with a real quarterback, and Sam Darnold, to his credit, because he persevered through a lot of lows, the Jets, the Panthers, and now he had the highs last year of Minnesota being 14-3, but then getting knocked out by the Rams, and here he is in year 1. So I look at all of these teams, Seattle, Denver, New England, Chicago. I look at them as teams that are on their way, but I look at the Rams as a team that only has a small opening left in the Matthew Stafford career. So they got to get it done now. They may not be back in this moment. Matthew Stafford may never see this again.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams has been to a championship game, an NFC championship game with Green Bay 4 times, has never made it to the Super Bowl. They have to finish the job now.
It's a fair point. I think football, maybe more than any other sport, is like you have to capitalize on the moment because you just don't know if you're going to come back. It's not like if you have the most talented NBA team, like let's say take OKC right now. Now they're not promised anything more, but we feel like they're going to be involved in these later playoff runs for the next several years, just with the roster they have. And you can't say that as much in the NFL when it's one and done, when just one injury to a quarterback can change everything. So, the game itself, though, Cappy, what worries me, and I do want the Rams to win this game. I'm not a big Rams fan, but we'll take the 2 here in LA with the station. Sam Darnold had 6 picks in the 2 regular season games, and they still were separated by essentially like 1 total point. Right, it was, let's see, the
first game was like 1917.
Yeah, 1917, and then it was 38-37 in OT, the second game in Seattle. And so they were that tight, even though the Rams dominated the turnover battle. And if Sam Darnold just kind of doesn't cough up the ball, doesn't throw it directly into the hands of the Rams a couple of times, then I worry a little bit about how the Rams can be as productive on the other side. The offense is great, but so that's like my main concern from a Rams standpoint.
Here's my main concern, because everything you just said is right on, right? So in game 1, Darnold throws 4 interceptions in the game, and the Rams should have blown their doors off, and they couldn't. It's not that they didn't, they couldn't.
They just kind of held.
Yeah. And the thing is that the Seahawks had a chance at the end of the game. You throw 4 interceptions in a game, you're supposed to lose like 35-7. But instead, the Seahawks hung around, and they had an opportunity to kick a 61-yard field goal. Jason Myers is one of the best kickers in the NFL, and 61 yards, especially in SoFi, is a kick that he can make. So when I was sitting there, I was like, oh, this is bad news. And now it's a 50-50 proposition from that far out, but still, he could make that kick. And so the Seahawks were in that game till the end. And I guess Seahawks fans would probably say, well, we should have won both games. Now, if you're a Rams fan, you look at the next game, which was in Seattle. Yes, he threw 2 more interceptions, but the Rams' problem all year long was special teams. It required Sean McVay to fire the special teams coach in season. They changed the long snapper. They changed the kicker, because you remember in the Philadelphia game earlier this season, they had 2 field goals blocked. They missed field goals. They missed extra points. The special teams had become a problem for the Rams. And that punt return in the game against Seattle, in Seattle, that punt return shifted the momentum. It changed everything. It brought the crowd back to life. And before you knew it, it just kind of all started to avalanche all over the Rams. And they did lose that game. And I would argue that they could have won it. Yeah, and I guarantee, right, and Seahawks fans would argue that they should have won both games. Rams fans argue they should have won both games. So now here we go. A grudge match. 2 division opponents. They see each other twice a year. They know each other inside and out. There's not a whole lot of film that has to be broken down on this one. The teams know each other well.
Are you kicking? So somebody that comes from a kicking background, are you kicking the ball straight out of bounds just to make sure that Rashid Shaheed can't touch it?
I am
the whole game.
I am
And
trying
giving him the extra yardage.
I am trying to make sure that on kickoffs, I do not give him a chance to do what we saw him do last week in the opener against San Francisco, because that can shift momentum early.
Yep.
So I'm keeping the ball away from him. I'm kicking the ball out of the end zone every time. Don't even give him an opportunity. On punts, I am keeping the ball as far away from him. I am looking to try and kick the ball diagonally, and I'm trying to kick it towards the sidelines. I do not want that kid to touch the ball.
Yeah.
You know, and it's funny because he did the same stuff in high school. Like, you know, I always love going back and seeing these guys when they were in high school. There's videos of Shaheed returning kickoffs and punts in high school. It looks like the exact same thing.
Yeah, I mean, look, anybody that can just easily carve through an NFL special teams, right, the defensive score, definitely scored 38 touchdowns in high school just on returns alone.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
And here's the one thing I'm thinking about, because you mentioned Darnold and all the interceptions. Sam Darnold, this was your quarterback a year ago.
Yeah, and we just let him go.
And not only just let him go, but he also got to the biggest stage, the playoffs, and after a 14-3 season, just kind of got knocked out early. So that kind of creates that reputation for him.
The Rams kind of kicked his ass.
Yes, they
last
did.
Year.
And so
yes, Sean McVay does know something about preparing for Sam Darnold.
In fact, to that end, Lindsay, yesterday, Sean McVay was asked by the media about seeing the Seahawks now for the third time. I want you to listen very closely to Sean McVay's answer about playing a team for the third time. Go ahead and run it.
When you were playing a team for the third time, Sean, division obviously, how much do you have to change, like formations with plays that you like, things to disguise what you want to do that maybe they got to look the first couple times?
Yeah, no, it's a great point. I think you want to be careful not to chase ghosts. You know, it is about, you know, good execution, good fundamentals. They're a great team, and they're great in all three phases. We'd like to think when we're humming and we're at our best, we're pretty good too. And so you are aware of those things, but you don't want to do it at the detriment of allowing guys to be able to go execute and play the way that they're capable of. And we've been in this situation a couple times where, in the 21 season, we played the Niners in the NFC Championship, and then we played Seattle actually a third time in the COVID year. So it's been similar where we've played two playoff teams, or two divisional teams in the playoffs, but it's going to be a great opportunity for us. We're excited.
You hear the beginning part of what he said, though?
You want to be careful not to chase ghosts.
Does that mean anything to you, Mike?
McVay doesn't seem like a hidden messages guy to me.
Okay, well,
but tell me, what am I?
He has to know, right?
Consider this.
What am I missing here?
Lindsay, when Sam Darnold was playing for the Carolina Panthers. He's playing for the Jets.
Yeah.
He's playing for the Jets. After a really bad game, somebody asked Darnold about.
So he was mic'd up during the game.
Okay.
And this is something he said one of his teammates on the sideline.
Seeing ghosts.
And he got ripped for it forever. A lot of people that, I'm surprised you don't know about that, Mike, since he was your quarterback at one point.
Wow, she's very disappointed, it sounds like.
I feel like it's kind of a known thing, right? Him seeing, everyone's like, oh, the guy who sees ghosts. Even Evan Cohen referenced it this morning on Unsportsmanlike.
What did he say?
He was just talking about, the guy who sees ghosts.
Yeah. So
3, 2, 1,
I had
go.
forgotten that.
That was Evan Cohen. You stepped right over the drop.
3-2.
Oh, okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
So Sam Darnold.
Why are you glaring at me?
I smiled at you.
By the way, I just got a text since we just got off D-Trained.
Yeah.
I just got a text from Stephanie, my girlfriend,
right,
that said Trudell always sounds so good. I don't know how to take that exactly.
Really? Wow.
Like good from a content standpoint, or like
she likes his voice. She likes
warm
the
and
pipes.
fuzzy good.
He's got that deep. He's got that deep voice.
He got the
It's a good
pipes.
one.
Well, I just would like to say thank you, Stephanie, for whatever context it was meant. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Now bring it lower and say it again.
Don't dare talk to her later on.
Stay away from her.
Well,
dude.
actually, if
Say
you do
thank
talk to her, at least
Stephanie.
let me watch. You know what I mean?
You haven't nudged them today.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
you have not really.
come on.
Oh, here it comes.
I did shave last night.
Oh, what a sweetheart!
Yeah,
what
I
a
did
considerate
shave
Did
guy.
you
last
know
night.
this was going to happen?
Oh, yeah,
So you
he
shaved
had to
for
know.
this?
He had to know.
Yeah,
Here
shaved.
comes Morales.
Because it was a little spiky. Like,
Morales
it's not perfectly
Morales
clean.
is
but
like, oh, look at him. He's giving him the little bunny nudge.
Thank you, Chris.
Can you now
And only 3?
nudge him?
Only
Thank you,
3?
Chris.
Only 3 nudges? Really?
I'm happy to nudge Chris. Yeah,
Wait,
it was
Chris, go get nudged.
Why would I have to get out? I'll do it. I'll do it during the break.
Oh, really? We'd
Don't you want to be nudged, Chris?
Yeah, it's
No?
like
Chris,
little-
yeah, I'll nudge him. So it's nice to elongate.
No, you should
the
come in
nudge
here and do it
process.
while we have it on
Yeah,
camera.
the
by the way.
camera, yeah.
But by the way, you don't go shave across the grain, do you? You just go down. Because I still got a little stubble.
Maybe
Yes.
So I shave on my neck. I shave up, and on my face, I shave
Just down. You don't
But
go down.
I see what you're saying. If to get it really clean, you have to
I
also
like,
shave up.
Listen, sometimes you like it nice and smooth.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? For next time, I'm going to shave
Cappy's a
up
big
as
smooth
well.
guy.
Yeah, I like it smooth.
Yeah.
Real smooth.
I'm just trying to get the process of shaving done as soon as possible. But this is a good note that Chris gave, and I'm going to try to be a little more careful. next time.
Listen, I don't mind a little stubble once in a while if that's what we're doing. I just want to know going in that's what we're doing.
Hey, I just want to say this, though. When you nudge Morales, he got that big, thick beard. You know what I mean?
I got to get trimmed tomorrow.
And
before Yamava.
Yesterday, what is this fad that's going on right now on social media where everybody?
2016.
Yeah, what is everybody doing with the 10 years ago?
I don't know why it started or how it started.
It's because everyone seems to think that was the last good year we had in humanity.
2016 was a horrific year for me.
It was a great year for me. It was the best year of my life.
Things are really good right now. So that's the thing is like everyone's sharing stuff, and I'm like, my life is amazing right now. 2016 was a horrific year.
So Parker Bell from our social team said, hey, everybody send us pictures from what you were doing 10 years ago. And I literally just put in my phone 2016. So the first few pictures that popped up, I sent him. But I do remember 2016 was miserable for me.
Yeah, same here.
Because Thanksgiving I'll never forget it. Thanksgiving is what happened. And then not long thereafter, then I kicked my ex-wife out of the house. I literally kicked her.
The family stuff was 2016
for you? Yeah, I kicked her out.
Oh, man.
Kicked her out right then. And so I've heard people do these interviews and like, yeah, why is this 2016 thing happening? And people are like, because in 2016 we had hope and things were great and we thought we were going to get rich and we thought we were going to be famous.
So it's got a political background.
And so I didn't realize that. I had no idea.
I didn't know
it's
that
more
was
so
the
like
hope.
I didn't either.
A worldly idea that that was the last year before things started getting pretty dark.
Well, all I can say is this.
Well,
is that
2026 is so far been an incredible year.
been off to a great start.
2025 was
Awesome.
incredible. I mean,
Awesome.
I started it pretty rough, but then I started it amazing. 2025 as a business, we were great.
Yeah.
The show, we launched the morning show. So
Right.
that's why I just sent the Bruno picture.
Yeah.
Because 2020, the 2016, I don't have a lot of pictures of because it was a horrible year. So the one picture was from San Francisco Super Week,
right.
where Siciliano, Bruno, and I reunited to do I don't even know, some podcast or something.
Well, the best part of it is again, if you're going to nudge Morales, you're going to get a lot of beard. But if you guys look onto our Instagram at ESPN Los Angeles, it's all these pictures of all of us from back in 2016. Morales, this was my favorite picture of them all.
Let me see what I was
maybe we could put it up back there in the. Okay, good. Graham's going to put up. Morales doesn't have a beard.
That
this
was
picture.
the last year that I didn't have a beard.
And you look
so
cute.
Yeah, but I was a lot younger then.
Come on.
No, I'm not. I'm never going to do that again.
Oh, look at there's Mike Trudell and Annie and the boys. The first
And you
two.
posted that picture with Michael Thompson, where you're holding the Mountain Dew and like a chocolate
Did you
bar,
see
right?
this yesterday? Did you see this post?
I didn't see this.
Oh,
no.
yeah, you gotta see
ESPN
it.
LA did it.
Yeah.
With everybody.
Right.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Right.
And you have like dark-haired Mace.
And I think
That's
I think
nice.
Sedano is sitting on the set with like Levitard and
Oh,
his
wow.
dad.
And he did First Take that year. 'Cause
Yes.
that was
He,
before he came here.
Here's me interview. Can you see who that is?
I can't see from here.
Here's it. So
No.
it's Julius Randle.
Okay.
That was definitely a long time ago. Interviewing Julius.
And obviously
funny.
there's some Kobe stuff in there because he was with us in 2016.
I would not have known that
Final
was
game.
Julius Randle. By the way, it's funny because a couple days ago we were at the when we were at the Lakers Hawks game. One of our marketing consultants took a picture with a famous Atlanta Hawk player. And he was walking around the suite going, do you know who this is? Do you know who this is? And he comes to me and he goes, do you know who this is? And I'm like, yeah, it's Dominique Wilkins. And everybody was shocked that I knew that it was Dominique Wilkins because nobody else recognized Dominique. But man, Dominique Wilkins, I mean, when you think about like the all-time great dunk contest kind of guys, I mean, Dominique is right there.
Here's a good one. Here's James Worthy holding the Twins when they were two.
But on YouTube right now, we're seeing, look at this picture of Morales. Oh, my God. Morales without the beard with Tony Bruno. Yoma.
So what I would say about this picture, Chris, don't shave the beard.
Yeah,
Ever.
no, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. Never.
That's why, I grew a beard because 2016 was such a disastrously year
This picture.
in my life that I decided I'm just going to start growing a beard.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never go back because I'll never go back.
So 2016 was the first year that I got here. I got to ESPN Los Angeles. I was hired. So the picture.
That's
of
not
me,
why it was a disastrous year for me, by the way.
It could have been either way.
The way you
Depends on how
talked about it, it seems like they were somehow connected.
No, I'm
they
just
weren't.
telling my story, but my picture is me on the court after Kobe's last game.
It looked like you were dancing.
No, I was just in the middle of the court after the game. And yeah, I was just like, hey,
Kobe's
this is
60-point finale, by the way, it's a top 5 moment. I'm doing the thing for Toyota. And
Well, it's not a thing. You can say what it is.
Well, so the 50 greatest
Oh,
moments.
yeah, I'm doing this thing for Toyota
in
over
Lakers
here.
history, right? Courtesy of our friends with Toyota, and we're getting close to the top 10. And I'm just thank you to the great Mario Ruiz who's putting these all together.
Hey, Mike Trudell, send me that Toyota clip.
No,
man.
we got to. Lindsay might do the best Mario now. Go, Lindsay.
I don't like the fact that she does a better Mario than I do.
Earlier today, I heard Mario say my name in a Yamava spot.
You're going to be with producer Lindsay Baseball out
He
of
said,
Yamava.
Producer Lindsay.
Oh,
I also had 40 minutes with Mario yesterday. He came into my office, and I was like in the middle of something, but I realized, okay, we haven't. So I turned around and was like, "What's going on? Hey, man.
Hey, man,
What's
we going to the
goody?
909.
What's
What's
goody?
goody? We going to the 909.
Can I pull this chair up?
Hey, now.
All right, pull the chair up. Let's go. All right, let's talk about some World Cup stuff.
Do I really have to run the board for LAFC?
I didn't know about that.
Wow. Well,
we went off. I don't know where we went off track.
That
we
moment,
got to get out of
I
here.
don't know if I'll ever go to a greater game than that.
Well, let me ask, because I'll tell you what, the mongrels are telling me that I am trying to create drama unnecessarily related to the Seahawks-Rams game. I'll come right back to it
By
here
the way,
in a
those
minute.
Seahawks fans still have it. That might be
They're
one of our
nuts.
biggest engagement posts ever. Like 27,000 views on that post.
The Seahawks fans are out of their
What did you say to him,
minds.
Cappy?
Oh, George had the audacity to say, from a Rams perspective, that he's confident that the Rams will beat the Seahawks in this game. And the word confidence made Seahawks fans lose their minds. And I'm like, hey, Seahawks
They're
fans.
coming after the black hand?
I'm like, you guys are defending Sam Darnold like he's been your quarterback for the last 15 years. Everybody relax. All right? It's year one of Sam Darnold. Let's see what happens. And they're all telling me they're keeping the receipts for Monday.
Actually, never mind. Not the one I did with the afternoon show,
Yeah.
which I don't even know what I said, is at 170,001 views.
Unbelievable. The Seahawks fans are furious with us. But they say I'm creating unnecessary drama. I'll explain
So
what
I
they
can
think.
only imagine what the morning show one is at, because that was up a day before.
Oh, and to make matters worse, I told Parker, I go, hey, I'm going to say some stuff today. You clip this out and you send this to all those Seahawks fans.
And on Twitter, the same post, like people are creating AI images of the Seahawk mascot beating up Rampage. It's this whole thing.
And then
These people are insane.
And then Lindsay made the AI version of me and Sedano. What's the name of that famous thing? With
The American Gothic painting.
You know the American Gothic painting where the lady and the husband are sitting in front of their farm with they got the picture.
Sure.
And there's a picture of me and Sedano with a pitchfork and all these Seahawks fans behind us. And we didn't even publish it. If we publish it, they lose their freaking minds.
Yeah, they would lose it.
Kasim Diakate, who's part of our team, our content team, and our marketing team, he was in running a USC game last night wearing a classic Mariners hat, the Ken Griffey hat. And he's like, he comes in there, and again, I'm wrapping things up. Or no, this was 2 nights ago, actually. And he's just talking all this stuff. He's like, oh, yeah, we going to work that ass. And I'm just like, whoa.
He is?
Yeah. He's like,
that young brother Kasim?
He's like, and I mean, he's not joking around. Because I'm like,
him.
no, he was like, oh, yeah, we're going to destroy Rams. Like, we going to work you. We going to work. And I'm like, dude, okay, like, we're friends, aren't we? But he was not joking around.
Wow. All right, they think we're causing unnecessary drama.
It's like basically a pick 'em. They're favored by 2, maybe 2.5 at home. You know, it's like
This is the Super Bowl for the Seahawks.
Of course.
And if they lose it, I don't know, because he might, we might not be able to allow him in. He's going to try to physically beat us up.
Why are they acting like a team that's never won before? They do have one Super Bowl win. It's not like
Brother
they're the
Kasim.
Vikings or the Bills.
Not to mention
Relax, guys.
Hey, they're 11-1 in home playoff games. I think Lindsay said from 2005. She told us earlier this week.
From the beginning
11-1.
of the Pete Carroll era.
Right.
Oh.
All
You
right,
think Pete's got his teeth in at 8:30
Must
this
be
morning?
11-2 according to Sedano.
Trudell, you think Pete's got his teeth in, or you think he's still going just gums right now?
Just toothless, huh? Krispy Kreme. He's just going toothless.
Tell us about Prize Picks.
All right, Prize Picks. Let's get into it here. I am contemplating a Prize Pick for the upcoming weekend that has all 4 starting quarterbacks passing for more yardage. So Jared Stidham's number for the Denver Broncos is like 191.5 passing yards. I would think that if Denver's going to win this game, I'm not saying that he's got to have a 350-yard passing game, but I think he's got to be better than, oh, he's just a backup and he's just got to manage the game and he can't screw things up. I'm contemplating, because I'll tell you this, the big game is almost here. There is no better way to cash in during America's biggest sporting event than on Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right, even though I lately haven't known that very much. And since the big game is right around the corner, it also means it's kind of your last chance to get into football action before next season. So close the season out right with Prize Picks by getting that $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Also, I'm just going to ask you guys to consider early payouts. I had an early payout during the national championship game the other night. I was going to be up $50. but I got greedy, and I wound up only winning $10. So check the early payouts. Download the Prize Picks app. Use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, to get $50 in lineups when you play your first 5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 in lineups just for playing, guaranteed. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
Really? You're going to eat another donut?
This kid's going to eat another
Trudell's
donut?
like gone through 9 donuts.
This is unbelievable.
Wow, amazing.
I am holding out.
Me too. I want to fast. 8:33 in the morning, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Coming back in 3 minutes, we will talk about the finalist for the NFL MVP Award. That came out today, the finalists. We'll do that. Plus, Dr. Clapper's going to join us at 9 o'clock as we enter the Prize Picks Power Hour. And don't forget, Lindsay's segment at 9:30 this morning. It's all ahead. Smile, mongrels. It's a Trudell Thursday on ESPN LA.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
LAX, Los Angeles International Airport, where change is in the air. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
It's Bethel Duran, and it's time to celebrate the new year with a new truck from Northridge and Wonders Toyota. Right now, lease a brand new 2025 Toyota Tacoma for just $84 a month for 36 months plus tax. And if you're thinking about a trade-in, your current ride could be worth more than you think. Northridge Toyota, Wonders Toyota, they make it easy.
Tacoma model 7162G, VIN number 3TYJDAHN1ST037657. Lease excludes tax, title, license, registration fees, dealer options, and charges. $59.95 due at signing, $84 per month. Offer expires 1/31/2026.
For a century, the Genesis Invitational has stood as one of golf's greatest stages, where the game's legends make their mark and history is written.
It's official. The round that will long be remembered. Oh, yes! Ludwig Oberg.
February 19th through 22nd, celebrate 100 years of championship golf. Experience the drama, the tradition, and the moments that define the Genesis Invitational. Get your tickets now at genesisinvitational.com.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, it's producer Laura with your LA Care Minute, and here's today's health tip. The best healthcare starts before you get sick. Regular checkups, vaccines, and preventative care can help catch problems early and keep you feeling your best. That's why I want to tell you about my friends at LA Care, a health plan that truly puts our community first. LA Care offers Medi-Cal, California's Medicaid program, providing coverage for low-income individuals and families. They also offer LA Care Covered, available through Covered California, for anyone in the state who needs health insurance. With 12 community resource centers across Los Angeles and growing, LA Care, in collaboration with Blue Shield Promise, offers free vaccine clinics, health consultations, family events, workout and cooking classes, and so many helpful resources. They even specialize in senior care with programs designed to support healthy, independent living. Learn more at lacare.org or discover LA's most affordable health plan at lacarecovered.org. LA Care is more than a health plan. We're part of your community.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on the road to the Lombardi Trophy. Powered by Yamava Resort and Casino. You win.
$8:37. Good morning. A Trudell Thursday on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show, and a Steve Perry Thursday. Happy birthday. Steve Perry turns 77 today. One of his solo hits right here, Cappy.
Love this song.
You do have a foolish heart.
Foolish Hearts, what a great tune. I'm telling you, man, I could go journey Steve Perry. Like, I could get into a real kick.
Meanwhile, you just heard there, we are on the road to the Lombardi. It runs through Yamava, and this Sunday is your chance to win the ultimate Sunday Super Sunday prize. Join Cappy, me, Bergman, and producer Lindsay Baseball at the 909 Sports Bar for the AFC and NFC Championship games. Show up and sign up for your chance to win a VIP Super Sunday experience and a one-night stay at Yamaba, so you can take the Monday after Super Sunday off, like it should be a national holiday. Be there this Sunday. By the way, I see a lot of fans saying they're going to be there.
Same.
Gotta register now. Go to ESPNLA.com and register your spot. It is absolutely jam-packed for this Sunday, and I don't want you to have to stand up and just stand up with Cappy and I. We're going to be at the set, but seats are almost sold out. So go to ESPNLA.com now and sign up so you can get a seat for Sunday, the AFC and NFC Championship games. Meanwhile,
I just want to tell you real quick, I see Crypto Ray, for example, is telling us that he's out there every Sunday because his wife, Paris, she plays, at the tables. And then I got a really nice message, Chris, from a longtime listener, a guy by the name of Mike Fry, who was saying to me, hey, man, he goes, hey, man. He said, are you guys going to be there? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be there. Me too, man. I can't wait to hang out. I'm like, dude, come on out to Yamava. We're going to have a great time on Sunday.
You got to register.
Yeah. And, hey, Linz, are we going to hit the tables Sunday night after the games?
Play some slots.
Oh, yeah, let's play some slots. We are absolutely going to play some slots.
You got to watch Berg play slots because that in itself is an experience because I was playing slots with Berg and I was like, listen, you can't sit here because he was getting mad like, oh, God. Oh,
I was just like, slots are dumb. This is boring. I just hit a button.
Does he get all frustrated like when Sedano's talking?
Well, no, he got really excited because he started winning money. And I was like, well, you have to manifest it. You can't sit there in a bad mood because you're not going to win anything.
Oh, that's good
And I was
advice.
like, you never see sad people at slot machines winning. So you got to get excited. So
I got excited and pretended to be excited, but then actually became excited off of the pretending of being excited.
Did you win?
Yeah. He was high-fiving the people next to him and stuff. He's like, this is great.
It was great. I want to do it again.
The NFL MVP finalists are out. We will talk about that in 60 seconds. But first, Cappy, let's talk about our friends with Lindsay at VisionWorks. VisionWorks, the great thing about them, they've got simple shopping. Unlike other brands, VisionWorks makes things simple by organizing frames by shapes and price. So you can get the glasses you need, Cappy.
They also have very simple scheduling. Scheduling an eye exam is very simple at VisionWorks. You book an appointment that fits your schedule, and it could be the weekends, it could be the evenings. They'll work around your schedule, and those evenings and weekend appointments, they're available at every location, Lindsay Baseball.
That's right. And not only is VisionWorks about your vision and your eye care, but it's also about fashion. So you want to make sure, like Chris said, you can pick out the frames based on the shape of your face. I can help you guys pick out what looks best on you when you head out to the nearest VisionWorks store, which you can find their locations on their website at visionworks.com.
I think I'm going to VisionWorks in Santa Ana Tuesday of next week.
I'm going to the one in Brea.
Yeah.
And then we're getting ready for a big live broadcast. More details coming on that, where VisionWorks is going to open early in the morning for us to slap it around and do our tomfoolery and hijinks. By the way, it's tax season.
Yeah.
You're going to get a tax refund. Don't be a scumbag and spend it on junk food like Trudell. Don't buy a bunch of donuts and crap. Use it for something useful. Go see our friends at VisionWorks. Don't before you respond. Let us finish the read. Where they've got the BOGO. 2 pairs, 1 easy decision. Buy one, get one free at VisionWorks. Meanwhile, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Yes, Trudell.
Just in my defense, with the donuts, I couldn't think of anything else that I could pick up quickly enough, right, to not risk the same thing happening and Bergman coming in and throwing a chair at me, right? if I didn't get here early,
because I was yelling so much.
That's really what. Is there something else that I could have gotten? Because it took me about 45 seconds to get that out of Ralph's.
Okay. We're big fasters, so probably not. You could have brought us coffee.
No, but here's the thing. It was a very sweet gesture.
You could have gotten one of those big Starbucks carafes of coffee.
Bagel.
Yeah.
Bagel, okay. Bagel up. You're right. That probably could have been about the same amount of time.
But
Lindsay.
very thoughtful of you to walk into a Ralph's early this morning, probably around 6 a.m., and grab some Krispy Kremes.
5:55.
Okay,
yeah.
and to grab a box of Krispy Kremes. Very, very lovely thought. Very nice gesture.
Well, apparently not to Chris.
No, and not to me either.
By the way, I didn't say it was not a lovely thought. I'm just not going to eat it.
I can't do it.
Stephanie's going to think it's a nice gesture.
Oh, she loves it.
But you didn't save her any because guess what? You ate them all.
Well, I
you
had
have one donut left, Stephanie?
I had one and a half.
There's a half.
Bergie had 2 of them.
Well, you're not giving, so you're not even giving Stephanie a donut.
I'm counting your donuts, Bergie.
You should.
There's
be.
a Ralph's on the street. You want to walk
Hold on, let me just
get another box.
Hold on, let me just get on my app here real quick.
A couple of bagel sandwiches would have been nice.
All right, meanwhile,
meanwhile,
we got a lot to get into here in the final few minutes, but the NFL MVP, the finalists are announced, Cappy, which will be announced at NFL Honors the Thursday before Super Sunday.
That's right. So I'm just looking at this now, and I guess we're probably not really surprised to see the names that we're seeing. Look, Christian McCaffrey, is, he had another monster year, and Christian McCaffrey was the catalyst for the 49ers offense, and for a guy that's been hurt as frequently as he has, and, they had quarterback issues earlier in the year when Brock Purdy was hurt. So not a major shock there. Josh Allen. By the way, Josh Allen, real quick. Please tell me you guys saw the press conference with the owner of the Buffalo Bills yesterday. That guy.
It's all on Keon Coleman.
But this weird sort of like love for the general manager where he's like, hey, I'm sticking up for him. He didn't even want Keon Coleman. And then the general manager's like, hold on. What the old man meant to say was that I liked Keon Coleman. He wasn't my first choice, but the staff really liked him, and they sort of convinced me that was the guy that they wanted, so that's the guy that I gave him. But don't listen to the old man. So you got Josh Allen, who's a finalist. Trevor Lawrence. Now, that's interesting because in year one of Trevor Lawrence with Liam Cohen as his head coach in Jacksonville.
Pretty good.
Jacksonville finished the season with 9 straight wins, made it to the postseason, obviously lost at home to Josh Allen and the Bills. Drake May, everybody assumes that it's really between Drake May and Matthew Stafford. And Drake May's another guy who had just a spectacular year and in only year 2 of his career. And then you have Stafford, who is, of all these guys, he's the old man of the crew. My guess is, and maybe it's just a homer play, my guess is that Stafford wins mostly because I think the voters will be like, look, Drake May, Josh Allen, Christian McCaffrey, these guys, they're going to have another shot. This was Matthew Stafford at 37 years old, his best year of his career. And even if you didn't think much of Matthew Stafford before he got to the Rams and won the Super Bowl, he did have Hall of Fame statistics. Doesn't mean he was a Hall of Famer, but he had Hall of Fame stats in Detroit. So to think that this was his best year ever at 37, where he had 28 touchdown passes to 0 interceptions through that 10 weeks and has his team in the NFC Championship game, I don't know, maybe it's just a homer play, but I think Stafford wins the MVP.
I agree. The prime for quarterbacks, to me, is a little bit different from the prime of most other positions. Do you think that's fair, Cappy?
Yes, very. Yep, totally.
It's now, and especially, I think maybe that's changed even now from 10 years ago, just with the rules and how you can't hit them anymore. And so maybe 10 years is too soon, but say take 20, 30 years ago, like you're taking shots all the time. That's going to erode someone's body, obviously, faster. But now, I mean, Tom Brady was obviously one example. Now you see Stafford. You see more and more experienced quarterbacks that are just sitting in the pocket and just picking defenses apart. You can't really do that to the same degree as a middle linebacker, right? Or take like Aaron Donald's prime was more like in the middle of his 20s, and then getting into the early 30s. But so that's the only thing where it's like, yes, it's not that much of a surprise, I guess is the way I would put it, that Stafford is still at this level, at that age, at that position. Maybe 10 years ago it would have been a little different.
Can't move the way he once did, but he was never really a great runner. He's not as mobile as Aaron Rodgers was in his prime. But in terms of like
he
just
can move in the pocket, though.
Yeah, but just pure thrower, passer, dartboard. The football field is a dartboard for Matthew Stafford, and never was it more on display than last week. And that throw that he made to Davante Adams right at the sideline, which was also a brilliant catch. Speaking of Davante Adams for one quick second, people think that we're creating drama unnecessarily because we picked out the Sean McVay soundbite where McVay said that we can't chase ghosts. And then we went back and we had the Sam Darnold thing where Darnold was mic'd and he said, I'm out there seeing ghosts. And we kind of think that McVay is definitely taking a shot at Sam Darnold. You don't think so?
No.
I think
Why the phrase then?
I agree with the Mongrels or whoever is coming back at you on that. I think you're creating that.
I'm creating the drama.
Yeah, it's just a coincidence. You just happen to say ghost.
But who uses that phrase?
I mean, it's a cliche for a reason.
It is? I've never heard it before.
Yeah,
chasing ghosts. What does that mean?
It like just anything that you're trying to get after that's evasive. That's why you say it. Ghosts are evasive. It's hard to catch them. You can't actually see them. Ghosts are evasive.
Got it.
Are they?
All right.
Well, are they?
Here, I want to continue that. Let's continue.
Has anyone ever taken a picture of a ghost?
No, we're going to pull it. We're going to pull it across. Let's pull it across.
You're going to pull it?
I'm going to pull it.
You're going to yank it?
We're going to yank it. And maybe we'll get to this Big Ben sound, too.
Also,
or we can carry that over.
Also, Davante Adams, though. Davante Adams, it's important that we hear from Davante because I made the point.
Across.
We're going to pull it across.
Let's talk about our friend Jacob Emrani. I'm not going to let you do a 2-minute tease. We got to get stuff in.
Come on. I want to do a 2-minute tease.
Come on.
How about a 90-second spot for Jacob?
No,
Can I do
60
that?
seconds. It
That's
begins right now.
All right, it's Thursday. You already know what people call it. They call it Thirsty Thursday. And look, I get it, right? People want to celebrate. They want to go out. It's Thursday. Your weekend's right around the corner. One drink turns into two. 2 turns into I'm fine, and the next thing you know, bam! The road gets a whole lot more dangerous, not just for you, but for everybody else. So look, if you're heading home, or maybe you were picking up food for your family, you're doing everything right. You're sitting at a red light, and then all of a sudden, bam! That guy slams right into you. Now you're hurt. Your car is wrecked. You're missing work. You're getting calls from insurance companies acting like they're your friends, like they care, when all they really care about is paying you as little as possible. That's why you call Jacob and Ronnie. The law offices of Jacob and Ronnie and his team know how to handle these cases. They know how to hold the right people accountable, and they're here for you because accidents do not wait for business hours. So here is that brand new phone number. It's 800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789. And don't forget, you do not pay unless Jacob wins. No fees unless he wins. You call the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie.
Thank you, Cappy. We are back in 3 minutes from right now.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
We've all said it for years. The Monday after Super Sunday should be a holiday. And this year, Yamava Resort and Casino is making it happen. This Sunday, January 25th, join Cappy, Morales, Bergman, and producer Lindsay at the 909 Sports Bar to watch the AFC and NFC Championship games. Show up and enter to win a VIP Super Sunday experience. A free room, incidentals covered, plus our Super Sunday watch party and the Monday after, live from Yamava. Be there January 25th at Yamava Resort and Casino to watch and win.
Mike, in sports, dynasties don't happen by luck. They happen with culture, coaching, and execution.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Travis, but that's exactly how we run Rotolo Chevrolet.
Mike, it's actually pretty simple. Customer service that takes care of people.
It's probably the biggest reason why people choose Rotolo Chevrolet. They come from all over California.
210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit, right there in Fontana. I'm going to remember that the rest of my life.
Love it.
And of course, RotoloChevy.com. ROTOLO Chevy.com.
Dog.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from
we can be twinsies
to
how was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-568-3344. 800-568-3344. 800-568-3344.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on the road to the Lombardi Trophy, powered by Yamava Resort and Casino. You in?
$8:52. Good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Trudell Thursday. Also, happy birthday to Steve Perry. He turned 77. Now, this is when Steve Perry came reunited with Journey in the mid-'90s. And they did this song. Your mic's not on.
I didn't know there was a reuniting.
And they did this song, which became a #1 hit, When You Love a Woman.
Can I make a confession that's going to make me sound really
Is it going to be longer than a minute?
Nope, I can do it in 10 seconds.
Okay, go ahead.
I I kind of thought that Steve Perry was no longer with us when I heard.
Well, you're you know what you are then?
The new singer.
He's a
you
bad
are
guy?
a gutless scumbag bum.
Gutless scumbag bum and bad guy.
I confess this, and I
Right.
feel terrible about it,
Mhm.
and I don't understand why they got a new lead singer of Journey when he's still alive.
Mhm.
Because he didn't want to be with Journey anymore.
Well, and
but that
that's-
happens all the time.
Not to like the biggest bands in
Kind
the
of
world.
like when
though.
Sliwa didn't want to be here anymore.
It's
So now
kinda
he,
like
does, he
that.
works for free.
Yeah. So there's no loving, touching, and squeezing going on between Steve Perry and the original band members, Neil Schon and crew, huh?
But apparently, I was reading when he got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Journey did,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe just he did. I don't know. They all reunited, like in the 2000s.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right.
Anyway, let me read this.
I'm glad he's alive.
Call 213-799-0135. Why, you ask? Which should be at the beginning of the liner? Here's why. Because caller number 7 wins a pair of GA tickets to watch the Rams and Seahawks in the NFC Championship game at Cosm, Los Angeles this Sunday at 3:30 p.m. That number again. Now that you know why, 213-799-0135. You can be caller number 7, and you can experience playoff football on Cosm's immersive shared reality displays. Only with ESPN LA. 213-799-0135. Caller number 7 wins. Okay, we got about 3 minutes here, Cappy,
right.
to dive back in.
So here's the thing about Davante Adams in this NFC Championship game. If you go back to Davante Adams' career, there's one game that really stands out in particular, and it's not about his game, it's about the game that he played in. The Green Bay Packers are playing in Seattle. This is 2014, and it's the NFC Championship game. And the Packers are right in the middle of the Mike McCarthy, who now seems to be the favorite to get the head coaching job with the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're in the middle of the Mike McCarthy, Aaron Rodgers. This is the prime of their careers, right? But at the same time, Pete Carroll and the Seattle Seahawks, they're also on their way, well on their way. And in that game, I'll never forget it because it shaped my entire philosophy. In that game, Mike McCarthy settled for, as I recall, 2 very short field goals. I'm talking like 20-yard field goals. That means you're on the 3-yard line. If you're on the road in a playoff game, you have to go for it if you are in a short yardage situation. And that has become my lifelong now philosophy just based on that game. Well, Davante Adams was in that game, 2014. Here's what Davante Adams was asked about just yesterday about playing in these types of NFC Championship games and yet having not been able to get to the Super Bowl. Let's play it, Linz.
4th NFC title game for you, right?
5th.
5th?
Yes.
Oh, okay. 5th NFC title game.
Mm-hmm.
No Super Bowls.
Yeah.
So
thanks
how
for the
big
reminder.
Is this baby? Not just another week, right?
It's not. Yeah, I've been here quite a few times, and I think I've made mention to you guys a few times, like, forgive me if I'm not smiling ear to ear after the first win or the second win. Just haven't been here so many times and understanding exactly what it takes to, get where we're ultimately trying to go. So it's obviously exciting to achieve, the minor goals along the way that you ultimately need to do to get where you want to be. But, yeah, it just feels like almost like a mythical thing to me at this point, like you do everything you can to get there, and it's been so hard and been working so hard at it. So we're close. We just got to finish it off.
Yeah, so for a guy who's been to the NFC Championship game 4 times, this will be his 5th. And then for Davante Adams to leave Green Bay, go to the Raiders, we all know how that turned out, go to the Jets, which, again, that didn't turn out any better, and then to come to the Rams and, Mike, have all these years later where he's got an opportunity to finally get to the Super Bowl. Been to the NFC Championship game 4 times, this will be 5, but has not gotten to the Super Bowl.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned Adams because, so against Carolina, 13 targets, only 5 receptions, 72 yards. And then in Chicago, look, I mean, I get it, it's minus a million degrees, but 6 targets, 2 receptions, 24 yards. Weather should be okay in Seattle. Like, they need a big game from Davante.
They do indeed. More to come on the NFC Championship
I think
game.
we'll continue it after we talk to Dr. Robert Clapper. Time for his weekly visit. Thanks to Cedars-Sinai. Coming up at the top of the Prize Picks Power Hour, the Eisen Show. Coming up terrestrially on 7:10 a.m. If you're listening on the app or YouTube to us, just stay right there, sucker. We keep rolling, and we'll pay that off. And we'll talk to Dr. Clapper and Lindsay's segment at 9:30 this morning. Good morning.
John Mellencamp. Dancing Words Tour, the greatest hits. August 10th. The Hollywood Bowl. Tickets on sale Friday, January 23rd at 10 a.m. at livenation.com. John Mellencamp.
Dancing Words Tour, the greatest hits.
For a century, the Genesis Invitational has stood as one of golf's greatest stages, where the game's legends make their mark and history is written.
It's official. The round that will long be remembered. Oh, yes! Ludwig Oberg.
February 19th through 22nd, celebrate 100 years of championship golf. Experience the drama, the tradition, and the moments that define the Genesis Invitational. Get your tickets now at genesisinvitational.com.
I know you're listening to me wearing glasses or contacts. You're either nearsighted, farsighted, have astigmatism, or you're just over 45 and have to wear reading glasses. This is Dr. Sarudi, and I promise you, I can help you with any of these issues. No anesthesia, no pain, no downtime, and if you qualify, I'll even guarantee you with 20/20 or better vision or give your money back. I've never had to after 60,000 cases. Call 855-NOW-2020. 855-NOW-2020. That's 855-669-2020.
Playoffs? Are you kidding me? And chicken wings? You better not be kidding me. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Grab your crew, a brew, and our great game time specials at Good Times Cafe.
Number 2.
Everclear is here, April 4th.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a 2026 Toyota Tundra SR5. Play your favorite table games now with your rewards card for entries. Drawing Sunday.
Morongo, good times.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
What have I always said about going into the LeBron business? What have I always said from day one?
Remind me.
All right, I'll just say it because
thanks.
you don't.
No, I think
when
you
you go in the LeBron business.
Yeah.
When you're in the LeBron business, you are expected to push the chips to the center of the table every time, okay? That is what you signed up for, because that is who he's been.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
On this day in 1994, the number 1 hit, Bryan Adams, Rod Stewart, and Sting. Cappy, one of my favorite songs of all time, when they got together and sang All for Love,
man.
From the Three Musketeers soundtrack. Remember the Three Musketeers?
Yes.
That's kind of like you, me, and Sedano, but when Brian Windhorst is here, my Columbo brother,
right,
it becomes Windy, Cappy, and Sedano, which I'm okay with.
You are.
They are the Three Musketeers on Wednesdays. Good morning, Brian Windhorst.
Where would Brian Windhorst be in line at your wedding to dance with you?
To this song, Morales. I want to dance with you to this song.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow. We won't look each other in the eye.
A little sabor.
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the güero on the radio.
Giant Mexican, horn section.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Give me a freaking break.
I'm reacting to Art Bell.
Yeah? Oh, okay.
Amazing.
Do you want to do the Love Boat, or do you want me to do the Love Boat?
The Art? I don't even know what you're talking about.
No, here it is. Ready? Watch this. Watch this.
Midnight in the desert. I'm Art Bell.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo?
Bit Boy.
Right now.
monstrous.
Beto, I don't want to eat that.
We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time.
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
So, my girls, stay tuned.
You want the honors?
9:02 and 30 seconds.
You want the honors?
Oh, no, you got it.
You don't want the honors?
No, I want you to do it.
Here we go.
I love that he closes his eyes when he does that.
Oh, yeah, you got to really, it's got to be
feel it.
very introspective. You know what I mean?
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Trudell Thursday. Thank you for joining us in the Prize Picks Power Hour on YouTube and on the all-new ESPN LA app, the Sedano and Kap tile, or the Listen Live tile. Both tiles play this show, while the Rich Eisen Show is on 7:10 a.m. terrestrially and on the Rich Eisen Show tile. We do better content every day on this show.
Yeah.
Than
who? Or what?
I don't know where I was going. I was trying to do the
either.
Rush Limbaugh bit where he said, I'm better with my hand tied behind my back on the golden EIB microphone. We got to do some shtick like that.
You want to do
I think
that?
we need special morning show golden mics.
I totally agree.
Although a lot of times you guys aren't here, so then when you're not here,
Well, I'll
then
use mine back at my home studio. Let me tell you
then we
something.
got to buy 2 golden mics.
Well, you know what? It's funny you say this because the other day you gave me a piece of advice. You said go to Guitar Center. I was looking for a piece of equipment. I wound up going to a very local music store to find this piece of equipment, found it, got the solution, and then I looked at my microphone and I went, this is an ugly, gray, old, smelly microphone.
Really?
I got to do something with it. I got to find a way to jazz it up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why they went to the RE27s, which are gold plated.
Okay.
But Rush Limbaugh and Ryan Seacrest actually have RE20s that were specifically made for them in gold.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So mine are
in
all,
actual gold.
And so I went into my, I have a whole equipment thing. Mike, when my radio station in San Diego, 1090 back
He
in the day.
just stole all the equipment.
When
Look
it
at
went
Trudell's eyes. He's about to fall asleep on you on this
he's
story.
not. When it went off the air, I'm not joking when
I'm
I tell
waiting
you.
for this to
You're
play
having
out.
a sugar crash after those 9
sugar crash.
donuts.
Right, 2 donuts.
No, look. It's a big story. I get it. Microphone covers.
I stole, no, not microphone covers, microphones.
Yeah, that too.
I stole 30 of these microphones that
Like
we're
you
using
see how
right now.
yours is black?
Right.
Like your mouth is on that one.
Right.
But he's got one at home where it's gray.
Yeah, I stole
understand, thanks.
30 of them. And I'm just thinking to myself, you ever see a female singer, she's got bedazzled microphone that she's singing with? I need a bedazzled microphone to talk into.
Do you really want that though?
I
Cap?
do. Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna decorate my mic.
I have a
Taylor
bedazzler.
Swift or like Sabrina
Sabrina
Carpenter.
Carpenter does. Yeah.
I want a bedazzled mic.
You
Do
don't
you
want
know
a
who's
scarf?
got a bedazzled mic when he performs with his group? Cisco.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What's his group's name?
Drew Hill.
Drew Hill.
Oh yeah.
Because I just saw them a few weeks ago. But Mike had a lot of strokes, so I don't always remember things.
Oh yeah. See, that's what I want. I need something super cool like that. Is that Samantha Carpenter?
That's Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, her.
Yeah.
Not her sister Samantha.
All right.
Oh, all right.
Maybe that's her real name. I don't know.
9:05, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Thursday. Thursdays are also special because the great Dr. Robert Clapper joins us from the Weekend Warrior Show. You can hear him Saturday mornings, 7 a.m., presented by Cedars-Sinai. Dr. Clapper joins us on the line right now. Good morning, Dr. Clapper.
Good morning, Chris Morales. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Now, Dr. Clapper, a topic that came up earlier this week, Cappy brought up sex wax. And I said, well, who knows all about sex wax? Because he spends a lot of time on a surfboard, is the great Dr. Clapper.
That's right.
Let me tell you about sex wax.
All
You
right.
know why the shape of the wax for the surfboard is that circular shape and it's not rectangular or square?
I do not. It looks like a hockey puck. I do not know why. Why, Dr. Clapper?
Because the guy who invented sex wax, you'll have to look up his name, came up with this idea because back in the day they just used to use a candle, the wax from a candle, a Hanukkah candle,
right,
or a Shabbat candle, right?
Yes,
this
sir.
is a paraffin wax. This guy said, I'm going to make a better wax that's stickier, and I'm going to call it something that everybody's going to want to buy. What can I do with the melted wax? Where can I pour it? And he used a tuna fish can. That's why it looks like that.
Oh, I didn't know that. That was Frederick Charles Herzog, Mr. Zog, because that's why it's called Mr. Zog's sex wax.
The third. Don't
It's
forget
exactly
the third.
right,
The third.
and I'm sure it was Bumblebee Solid White in oil.
You're probably right. You're exactly so. And hey, Dr. Clapper, here's the reason that sex wax came up the other day, because
Yeah.
my dog, who I love, my little Frenchie, he somewhere in the house peed, and I can't find it. And so
under the bed.
Well, I don't think so.
Okay, under the bed's always an issue with the Frenchies.
But I'm down on my hands and knees like a freaking moron, and I'm down on my hands and my knees. I'm smelling the carpet like I'm the dog. I'm smelling the carpet looking for the pee. I can't find it. Now there's this freaking smell in my house. I can't get rid of it. So what I did, Doc, is I bought these sex wax air fresheners for your car, and I got like 10 of them, and I hung them on every door handle in the house so that the whole house smells like Hawaiian tropic suntan oil through the sex wax air fresheners. And that's how this whole thing came up, because I can't find the dog pee.
Let me can I tell you an emergency room story back from my past?
Yes, sir.
I'm in the ER. They bring in this comatose guy with a bandage around his head and puncture wounds in his testicles.
Oy.
He's unconscious, so he can't give a history. He's lying in the bed. I go into the room. There's no one to talk to. He's unconscious with a bandage around his head, and the only thing I can see are puncture wounds in his testicles. Now his wife comes into the ER to tell us what happened. They're sleeping in bed, and she can't sleep because the faucet is dripping. She wakes her husband up and says, "You got to go take care of the dripping faucet. I can't sleep." So he's groggy. He gets up. He's naked. He goes under the sink and starts trying to shut the water off. And as he's trying to shut the water off, his testicles are rotating and moving. The family cat comes into the bathroom and sees these testicles moving and goes and grabs them. He hits his head underneath the sink, knocks him unconscious. She calls 911. Now I got this guy in the ER.
What'd you do with his testicles?
Yeah, there was just puncture wounds, but the guy was unconscious because he smacked his head under the sink.
Did you stitch him up?
It didn't need stitches, just a puncture wound. But there you go. That's what happens when you meet someone. You can't get a history from them, and the wife shows up to give you the history.
And he's got punctured testicles.
Wait, what does that have to do with sex wax?
Because Cappy was just saying he's using it because he's underneath the bed, and hopefully he's not naked, and I got testicles that are rotating, and Frenchie shows up and bites him.
The good news is my Frenchie's lost a lot of teeth, so he would gum them.
Can I just ask one? Can I ask one clarifying question?
Yes.
What do you mean by rotating testicles specifically?
I'm talking they're like rotating, like
bouncing around,
yeah, they're moving around.
Yeah, they're like all over the place, these things. You know what I mean?
I mean, Mike Trudell, it's kind of like rotating on the basketball court, moving laterally, I should say.
It's kind of like you just got out of the steam room. You know what I mean? And they're like moving all over the place. You know?
Wow.
Dr. Clapper, that was a great story, and I would like it very much if you could start sharing more of stories just like those. You know what I mean?
It'd be my pleasure. I can fill up hours of radio with what I've seen in the ER.
Hey, Doc, let's jump into a couple of the injuries, though, this weekend that are really, really critical. I know, Mike, you're probably still trying to get your head around the juggling of the...
I'm going to need a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, you ready for a 30-second, right? A little short one here? All right. Doc, start us off with Matthew Stafford. I don't know if you saw this a couple weeks ago, but he hit his finger on his throwing hand on a helmet, and they call it a finger sprain. Obviously, we all know that Matthew Stafford is one of the all-time tough guys in NFL history, but it's still a matter of, like, when I watched him last week in Chicago, I thought it was the weather and the wind and the cold and so on. Maybe his, not being as on target as normal, maybe that was a result of this finger sprain. What do you think about that?
So right now, Cappy, I want you to take a look at your right hand from the side, and I want you to focus in on your index finger of your right hand and look at it from the side.
Okay.
A clapper vision is a fishing rod. Your finger is like a fishing rod, and the tendon that's bending and straightening, flex and extend your index finger, is like pulling on the fishing line because you caught a fish and it bends the whole rod. It straightens, it bends. This is what going fishing is all about. Well, the reason you can catch the fish is the mechanical advantage that you have, that the fishing line is super close to the rod itself. The tendon works well for you to grasp a football or grasp a hammer or a pen because the tendon is close to the bone. The fishing rod has those loops, and we have those same loops underneath the skin, right on the bone. They're called the pulleys. So when Matthew Stafford, and as he says, it was a bad bend, those are his words, he didn't fracture, the x-rays were negative, but he sprained the ligaments. It's as though you pulled the fishing rod itself apart a little bit. The fishing line is still there, but every time you go to try to, and they use the term spin the ball, you need that index finger to squeeze with the thumb to do it, and I'm sure he feels it every time he throws the ball.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that makes a lot of sense, Dr. Clapper. If I can just really quickly switch to the NBA. So Kawhi Leonard was sent home on the recent road trip for the Clippers, and I think the original report was something about knee irritation. And so that immediately is probably somebody like you, somebody like me, thinks, right? This is something that Kawhi Leonard's had a lot of trouble with his knee. But then I saw that he was upgraded to questionable for this game, and they're saying it's a contusion. So that, to me, anytime you hear contusion, that just means maybe he just got hit, like bang knees or something, in the Pistons game, and he's probably fine, and therefore maybe it's not something that we think of whenever we just hear knee and Kawhi. You almost panic from a standpoint of thinking that he's going to be out. So what do you make of all that, Dr. Clapper?
So, Mike Trudell, now that I'm going to label you an AAD, also a doctor, from that, with all the conversations we have, you're an AAD. The key thing to find out, and only you can do this, is the contusion to the soft tissues or is the contusion to his bone? If, God forbid, it's to his patella or his femur or his tibia, if he has a contusion, a bone contusion, we ain't going to see Kawhi Leonard at all play tonight. But if it is a soft tissue contusion, absolutely we can treat that, and he will be playing tonight. So that's going to be the key. Contusion to where? To just say knee is not enough.
Yeah.
You got to go deeper and let me know, is it bone or is it soft tissue?
Yeah,
soft tissue, he's playing.
The implication,
bone, he ain't playing.
The fact that he got upgraded to questionable makes me think it's the latter, and he's probably going to play, but we'll see.
Yes, exactly right. That's no problem.
All right, Dr. Clapper, so you can see where my head is. It's on the NFC Championship game, and Mike Trudell's head is on Lakers-Clippers tonight. Understandably so, he'll be part of the broadcast. Let me come back to football. Sam Darnold last week, I don't even know if it's called a strain or what, but it's his oblique. If he were a baseball player and he had to swing a baseball bat, he might not be able to play. But this happened on Thursday of last week, 1 week ago, and he did find himself playing. He didn't practice the next day. He didn't, he got to the warm-ups, and everybody said, he's going to tough it out. He's going to play. But really, the Seahawks didn't need a whole lot of Sam Darnold in that game last week against San Francisco. So you tell us, a week later on an oblique, what should he be feeling, and how might that impact him?
So, Cappy, your insight is wonderful whenever we talk about the NFL. And here's what I would say in what you just mentioned. He didn't need a whole lot, right, from his oblique in the last game. Guess why? I suspect they were told for the game plan not to include a lot of throwing and twisting. So they did a lot of running for that reason. Let me tell you something. You have an oblique injury, you ain't going to be 100% for this game against the Rams, which we love. And here's the other thing, which you pointed out previously before. He's had 14 interceptions. 6 of them have been against the Rams. And this is a game of millimeters. Forget about inches. And when you've got an oblique injury and they have his number in terms of intercepting him, even with an okay oblique, this is a wonderful injury for the Rams to know that Sam Darnold has. And, yeah, he probably got a Toradol shot or some kind of injection before the last game. But those injections are less effective the more you give them. So I have a good feeling about us winning this game.
Yeah, I just wonder, like last week this happens and he gets to play, and like you said, they probably shoot him up and he doesn't even feel it. But then he's got to feel it all week because a week is not enough time for that to heal. In fact, yep. I wonder if it actually gets worse rather than better. Is that,
it does.
It does, does it?
It does.
Yeah.
It does. I think it's really going to be the fact that the running back tore his ACL, Charbonnet, and he's got an oblique injury, man, you cannot ask for more. Not that I want anyone to be injured, although I make a living from this stuff, but you are sitting pretty as a Rams fan knowing these two players are injured.
Yeah. That's right. The Charbonnet injury is one that I feel like has been kind of kept under wraps this week. Not that they're not admitting it. It's just that nobody's talking about it. It's a huge deal. Yeah. Because really the Rams, when you look at what they've done this year, they've used Kyron Williams and Blake Corum just almost 50-50. I would maybe it's 55-45 in favor of Kyron. And in the playoff game last week, Kyron had many more carries. He was built for that cold weather. You could just see it. But when you look at what the Seahawks have, they also have a two-headed running back. And now with Charbonnet out, that's a big difference. Now there are other people that say no, their primary running back, he's the go-to guy and he should be the guy getting most of the carries. But Charbonnet had one of the biggest plays of the game when they played at Seattle, which was picking up a ball in the end zone, which counted as a 2-point conversion. He didn't even know it was a 2-point conversion. He didn't even know the ball was alive. He's like, I'm just picking the ball up. And once he picked it up, right, they gave him the 2 points. Dr. Clapper, one of the biggest storylines going into this weekend, though, of championship weekend, is the Denver Broncos now having to go to their backup quarterback, Jarrett Stidham, because their starting quarterback, a second-year player, Bo Nix, broke or fractured his ankle at the end of the game last week. And I've gone back and watched the play that they say it happened on. I've watched it over and over again. I still can't really see it or find it. Doc, what is the prognosis for an ankle fracture? Is this kid expected to be back for the opener next year?
It's not fair to say that he's injury prone, although they report this is his third ankle fracture. Well, in high school, he broke his ankle, but that was his left ankle. This is a story about his right ankle. And when he was at Auburn in 2021, he broke his ankle, and Dr. Waldrop in Alabama, who I think is Tua Tagovailoa's surgeon when he had a fracture dislocation of his hip. He's in Alabama. But he fixed with plates and screws Bo Nix's right ankle. But here's the interesting thing orthopedically to me. At the beginning of 2025, he had a cleanup, a scope of his right ankle, and I suspect, I didn't take care of him, I didn't see the x-rays, but I suspect they took out the screws and plates from his ankle from the 2021 fracture. Well, guess what? That leaves a hole in the fibula where the screw used to be, and that is what's known as a stress riser. You now have a hole in the bone. Now, if the screw was still there, you're more protected. But the reality is he barely did anything and broke his ankle. I have a suspicion that he probably broke through an old screw hole from the previous plates and screws. And in retrospect, maybe not so great to take it out, although we like to take the hardware out of young people because it can be irritating. But that, to me, is probably why he ended up breaking his ankle barely being touched.
Cappy, you got any hardware in your body right now?
I don't really have any hardware. A little bit of software, but no hardware. How about you?
I got a couple screws.
Yeah,
Dr. Clapper, the spinal fusion surgery. So I got some rods back there, Dr. Clapper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And from a basketball standpoint, when Paul George hit the stanchion and Julius Randle broke his tibia, both of them break, we used a rod. Okay, we don't see injuries after removing a rod because it's a shish kebab inside the bone. Here's a Clapper vision. It's like sticking a toothpick inside a straw. Wow. But why would we use plates and screws? Why wouldn't we use a rod all the time? And the answer is when we're dealing with a part of the bone near the joint where rotation is involved, we can't really help rotation as well. We can put screws through the rod, but the better way to deal with areas of the body that rotate and when they fracture, we are better off using plates and screws. And that's why in an ankle fracture, we prefer to use plates and screws rather than a rod, except if the fracture is higher up the tibia, like I say in Paul George and Julius Randle, then we'll use a rod.
All right, Dr. Clapper, before you go, make a prediction. Rams, Seahawks. Winner,
oh, no
score.
Doubt. It's the Rams. It's the Rams. We're going to the Super Bowl, baby.
You hear that, Mike Trudell?
I heard it.
We're going to the Super Bowl. And this is what I said, Dr. Clapper. I said redemption tour. Win in Carolina, check. I thought they'd win in Philadelphia, but they had to prove that they could win in cold weather in Chicago last week, check. Go finish the job in Seattle because these two games this year were both crazy and so close, and either team could have won both of them, and they split it. Go to Seattle, get it done, check.
Is that a Cappy vision?
It is, and then it'll be a Cappy vision if my crystal ball comes true.
Mm-hmm.
And they go to San Francisco, Santa Clara, Levi Stadium, and they win the Super Bowl for the second time in Sean McVay's career. The first one in your home stadium, SoFi. The second one in your rival's stadium, Levi's. So that is the redemption tour, and I want to see him finish the job. They got to win this week. Got to get it done.
Here's why it's redemption. In my opinion, I'm curious to see what you think. The greatest play, and I would even argue Matthew Stafford should not get the MVP. You know who the most valuable player is? Puka Nacua. Because when he instantly became a defensive back and stopped that interception, if he don't do that, none of this is happening. Puka Nacua, in my opinion, is the MVP, but they'll never give it to anybody other than a quarterback.
No, and just remember, by the way, that play that you're talking about in the Carolina game where he did go up and play DB and knock the ball down, and rather than it get intercepted in the end zone, remember earlier in the game, first half, when Stafford started so hot, but then he went ice cold. One of the reasons that he went so ice cold is because he hit Nacua going down and towards the end zone, and Puka just dropped it. I mean, it's something we don't normally see him do, but he was streaking down the sideline. He was by himself. Ball hit him right in the gloves, and he dropped it. And so that was a great play by Puka, a game-winning type play, when earlier in the game he'd done something uncharacteristic and let his team down. So that was a good point, Dr. Clapper. Very good point.
Hey, Dr. Clapper, I got one for you real quick here.
Yes.
Have you seen this weird thing going on with the 49ers and this electrical substation? Do you have any thoughts on this at all?
I do, and here's what I'm going to ask, because I've been thinking about it. You know, they have all these experts saying it's a bunch of nonsense. Let me give you a Clapper vision here right now, because we've been talking about bone nicks and fractures in general. As an orthopedic surgeon, when you break a bone, we actually must, that's why we use plates and screws and a rod, we must get the bone to be under compression. The broken ends must be kissing. They must be compressing in order to heal. They cannot be pulled apart. Exactly. Well, guess what, Lindsay? If you actually try to understand why does compression cause the bone to heal and distraction negates healing, if you do a deep dive, what you will realize is bone is a crystal. And the crystal has an electric charge. And the reality is when you put the crystal under compression, there is a negative electric charge, literally electricity. And that's what promotes the cells to lay down bone and heal. If it's a positive charge, distraction, it won't heal. And so they're talking about this electrical energy that comes from a station nearby their field. Let me tell you something. When you mess with electronics, it does affect. Does it affect these injuries? That it's not a crazy idea, and they certainly have to look into it.
Okay,
I know. I read that also and went, that doesn't seem like far-fetched to me.
Right, it doesn't.
Yeah.
But then again, on the other hand, you might look at other teams and go, well, wait a second. This team, I'll give you an example, the Chargers. How is it that they have all these injuries every year to all these key players? And is it just coincidence? Is it trainers? Is it equipment? Is it practice fields? I don't know, but this 49ers thing, I'm not ruling it out. I'm curious to see what they find.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you. But that's an explanation for you that, you know what? In order for you to heal bone, it's the cells that lay down the mineral to heal the bone. They get inspired, stimulated, turned on by electricity, negative versus positive charge.
All right,
great stuff. The great Dr. Robert Clapper.
On fire today.
Here, Dr. Clapper, weekdays with us and with Mason Ireland on Tuesdays at 1:30 p.m. And the Weekend Warrior Show with Dr. Robert Clapper, presented by Cedars-Sinai, Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. Doc, we love you.
Yeah,
see you, Doc.
And I'll tell you, man, the analysis today was fantastic. But the story about the juggling testicles, that was
legendary story.
That was phenomenal.
Yeah. My wife even texted me during the story that she was so captivated.
Yeah.
Just WTH was all she texted.
Doc, I can't believe you didn't stitch the guy up, man.
Well, puncture wounds we don't need to stitch up, but yeah, I took care of them.
You just had to cradle it a little bit and then pat. Yeah, put a little.
All right.
Can I just have 30 more seconds to tell Doc? Doc, let me tell you a quick story. When I was a young kid, my father, this is totally true story.
This involved testicles?
Yeah, my father had a vasectomy, and I was probably about 10 or 11 years old. So my father is soaking in a hot bath. It's a true story. And he says, "Hey, get in here." You know, it's like the story. You remember the movie Friday where
he told you to get in the bath?
No, he's not in the bath. He said, "Come into the bathroom."
It sounded like the bathtub.
Yeah, he goes, "Get in here. I want to show you something." I go, "What's going on, Dad?" And he goes, "Look," and he shows me his testicles. And
Cappy.
no, it's true story. And he
too much.
I said, "Dad," I go, what's going on, man?" And he goes, "Well, the doctor decided to play tic-tac-toe. And because he had a vasectomy, they stitched him. So this is the old days. This is not, super glue.
Yeah.
This is not soldering them closed. You know what I mean? This is the old days of stitching X's down my dad's stuff. So that's why I asked if
are you glad you got to see that?
Great story, Cap.
Well, yeah, and what happened? I eventually had my vasectomy, and I was petrified of it because I didn't want them to play. I didn't want to have tic-tac-toe. But it turns out they used a soldering gun. They closed it right up.
I thought you were going to say, "Come over here, Scott. I'm having this operation because your mom had you, so we don't want to have any more Scott Kaplans."
A fair assumption.
That would have, yes, it probably is true. All right, doctor, we've talked enough testicles. Thank you.
Thank you.
The great Dr. Robert Clapper.
Coming up next, testicle talk with Dr.
Hey, listen, we can do that. Meanwhile, let me tell you this.
Yeah, tell us.
The road to the Lombardi runs through Yamava, and you can follow along wherever you are. Watch along live with Cappy, me, Bergman, and producer Lindsay Baseball during the AFC and SC Championship games on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. So this is it. We're going to be there Sunday at Yamava. But you can watch the game with us. Get real-time reactions, commentary, and Championship Sunday energy. Hey, everybody. Hey, Championship Sunday energy. Hey.
66 WNBC.
Watch live on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. UN, as Yamava likes to say. That'll be Sunday. So remember,
we're going to have a great time, man.
So, Bergie, confirm, I know you were in a meeting yesterday about this. We're all going to be mic'd up, right?
Yes, we are all going to be mic'd up. We're just making sure everything works as it's supposed to.
Cappy, can you show us your stitching then?
We're mic'd up during the game?
Well, we have.
That's the whole thing.
He doesn't have stitches, Chris.
Really? No, I don't. I have a solder. But they soldered mine closed.
But can
I'll
I
show
tell?
you the scar. Yeah, I'll show you the scar if you want to see it.
On YouTube?
I don't even think I have a scar from my snip.
Then we move
Oh, you
on
had a
from this
vasectomy?
conversation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got the snip, but I don't think I've told you I have a kind of a weird story from my. But I
Is
don't
it really
think
weird? Like weird, or is it funny?
I think we should hear.
It's fun. I mean, it's funny, but
because we got the Lindsay segment, and since we just ran at 15, Sedano yelled at me when I tried to get out on time yesterday. That's what caused the 90-minute phone conversation.
We've had enough testicle talk for the day, if you ask me. I'm
Right.
going to do it
One
next
last
time
thing
you're
with it.
in.
I
Trudeau,
really
okay?
want one. I really want a
Oh, you do?
vasectomy. I would love a vasectomy.
Do you want us to get you a trade? We got to find the Dr. Cerruti.
Oh, yeah.
We got to find the Dr. Cerruti of testicles.
Hey, Cappy's got a guy.
Yeah,
Hi, this is Dr. Cerruti.
Right, Dr. Cerruti.
Maybe
hey,
Dr. Cerruti will do it.
Yeah, you need your eyes fixed? I can do it. You need that?
one doctor.
I'll take care of it. No
the
problem.
mob used to use like veterinarians for the work. I mean, come on.
No problem. I mean, honestly, Bergie,
Hi, this is Dr. Cerruti.
You could
it's
do
a
it.
very simple surgery. Very simple.
You could do it. Should we just go in like
I
Chris's
wouldn't call it
office?
surgery.
Or...
By the way,
Yeah,
that could be a YouTube broadcast.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Cappy does Bergie's vasectomy.
Mine took like 7 minutes.
Oh, listen, they just cut it open, little insertion,
okay,
little,
come on now.
little incision.
All right, let's get to Lindsay's
All right,
segment.
the Lindsay segment in 1 minute from right now.
Testicle free.
Your Lakers, your season, your home.
Tonight in Inglewood, it's two teams, one city, no love lost. Lakers and Clippers come face to face once again. The battle for Los Angeles is on. Coverage begins tonight at 5:30 p.m.
To LeBron, who drives baseline, got two Raptors in the air and laid it in. That guy's 41, Michael.
The Lake Show lives here. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
One briefcase, one moment could change everything. Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is giving you a chance to own your destiny in 2026. Play throughout the month of January, and on January 28th, one Club Serrano member will win the case, and with it, a finale spot in any 2026 promotion, plus $400,000. Which destiny will you choose? It's all happening at Yamava Resort and Casino, celebrating its 40th anniversary. You in? Details at yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on the road to the Lombardi Trophy, powered by Yamava Resort and Casino. You in?
It is a Trudell Thursday on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Yeah.
The Prize Picks Power Hour. Also, happy 77th birthday to Steve Perry, lead singer of Journey. Cappy, we play your song.
All the wheels in the sky keep on turning.
Captain, did you like my story?
No. Oh, your story was amazing. Lindsay,
Okay, thanks.
you tried to shut down these vasectomy stories? You
Why
have
didn't
no
you go
idea what
back
you
to
missed. You have no idea what you
I
missed.
told him during the break, and he liked it.
It was
Wait,
awesome.
But here's the thing. If you don't want to say it on the air, you got to say not for air.
No, he didn't say it wasn't for air.
No.
Anyway.
That was a real ball
I didn't say it was
segment.
for air, but Lindsay didn't want to hear it.
That
She's
was
over,
a real ball
She's over
segment.
Testicle Thursday. Coming up next on Trudell Testicle Thursday.
It's time.
It's a true Testicle Thursday.
Yes.
For the Lindsay segment, we play it. We usually, we just started this, and I didn't play a TV theme yesterday, and I didn't play one today, but normally we would. So it is time for the Lindsay segment. This is where we hit the bed, Jorge. Yeah. This guy hasn't paid attention since 6:58.
Jorge, really?
Yeah, right.
He gave up at 6:58, huh?
Yeah.
He's
Really?
entertained.
It is time for the Lindsay segment, and as I like to say, through the years, take it away, producer Lindsay.
Thanks, Christopher.
It was cold as today.
I didn't mean to hit that one, but that's okay.
It's true, it was.
So a California startup is inviting people to put down $1 million to reserve a room at what it says will become the very first hotel on the moon. So it's called Galactic Resource Utilization Space, or GRU Space, and they recently launched an online application portal allowing people for early access to a future lunar hotel. And they said that it's going to be a permanent structure that could open as early as the 2030s. So first, you have to make a non-refundable $1,000 application fee.
Okay.
And then if you're selected, you can choose to make a $250,000 to $1 million refundable deposit to reserve a spot on the Moon Hotel.
Refundable.
Yeah. But the application fee is not.
Okay.
So you're out $1,000 if the Moon Hotel doesn't work out.
Okay.
If you had the money, is this something you would do? Cappy, you go first.
Well, I would put down the $1,000.
So you would. Okay.
I would start with that because I just want to get my name into it and I want to make sure I got the reservation. Then, if it becomes more of a reality, the $250,000 to $1 million, if I have the money, maybe I would just go for it. But you see, the brilliance of this whole thing is it's a way to generate all this cash, whether or not it happens. It's kind of like when Elon Musk took deposits for the Cybertruck.
Oh,
right?
yeah. He did that like 10 years before they were built,
You
right?
know how many people gave him a deposit for the Cybertruck and then he used that money to go build everything? And then half those people, probably even more, never even got the Cybertruck, you know?
That's a good point.
So the brilliance of this whole thing is that if you can convince a bunch of dumb rich people to give you all this money, you're a big winner.
Trudell, how about you?
Well, wouldn't it be, if I could just stay on Cappy for a second, wouldn't it be more like you to just sort of wait until you knew that somebody had this deal and then ask them for a favor?
It'd be too late then, though.
And then promise to return it even better?
You're exactly right. Hey, hey, listen, this lunar hotel looks like it's going to be bomb. I'll tell you what, if you get me a room there, what can I do for you?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, have you heard of the East Central?
Right. Do you need a room at the East Central?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just as an
Have you
example.
heard of Sided? I
Right.
could be selling soon.
Have you? Do you need a dozen golf balls from Callaway? I can take care of that
That's
for
right.
you. I've got them in my prize closet.
And then you go to Michael Thompson to get the golf ball.
Why is Michael Thompson going to give me the golf
He gives
But-
Callaway
Yeah.
golf ball.
I didn't know that.
Oh.
But he gives
me
like
either.
bags to like Ireland, Bergie, myself.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Because Clay gets as many balls as he wants.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
still playing with
balls.
Michael Thompson balls.
Lindsay,
Really?
he said balls.
Okay,
Uh,
Trudell, will you stop?
Sorry.
What are you, 12?
Sorry.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, where did I learn this behavior on the radio?
Yeah, but
I wonder.
we make it clever.
Okay.
And when
really.
somebody asks us to stop, we stop.
I don't stop.
Oh, okay, now he's the
I don't
morality
stop.
police over here.
Yeah.
Lindsay, my
That's
answer
it.
to it
That's
would
it.
be...
You know what you get now?
66 WNBC.
You know what they say about Morales, by the way? You called him the morality police. You know what they say about Morales? And I didn't come up with this.
What did they say?
Cambone came up with this. The guy who told me to eat a fat one.
Oh, he's supposed to come in tomorrow.
You know what Cambone told me?
That's who said that. I
By
was
the way,
wondering who said that.
Cambone told me you haven't replied to him in a week. He
He's
said-
right.
Yeah.
I've been sorry. I'm a little busy.
Okay, well, Cambone told me this. He goes, you know why Morales' name is Morales? I said, no, why? He goes, because he's moral-less.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
what Cambone said about you.
So
That
this
hits.
guy questions other people's comedy,
That's
and
correct.
that's what he made?
That's apparently the case.
Well, enjoy not coming in tomorrow, homeboy.
Why? Why can't he? Why doesn't he come in?
Because now I said he's not.
Oh, really? But you haven't even replied to his text.
And he won't be getting a reply.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're a bad guy.
Why, you want me to bring him in tomorrow?
Yeah, or at least put him on the phone.
Smack him around a little bit?
Yeah.
Maybe he's got a scar I can look at.
I have time for another one here real quick.
You've got as much time as you want. It's the Lindsay
sorry.
segment.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. So, my dad took up the harmonica a couple years ago, and he's
nice.
actually gotten pretty good.
Love that.
And I got him some new harmonicas for Christmas, and so
Great
then
gift.
he sent me a video of his recent performance with a local band that he sometimes plays with, and it's called Duck and Cover. So I guess they named their band after, like, duck and cover for the bomb drills back when you used to get under your desk. And they're a cover band. Get it? Hold on.
Good dad joke.
Yeah, it was a good dad joke. So before, I want to play a quick...
Cambone Center, that one.
Yeah, he did.
He's moralless.
Finally, Jorge. Listen, here's the thing about Jorge. He may not pay attention for 2.5 hours, but when he does, he's got some good one-liners.
That's right.
All right, so your dad sent a video of him playing the harmonica.
Yeah, so I'm going to play a quick clip of it for you guys real quick here. Now wait for it, wait for it.
Oh, there it is.
That's the harmonica solo. So you're getting a lot of cheers.
Wow, it's great. It's John Popper right
Really
there.
good. Oh, yeah.
Give me some more. Come on, son. Give me some more.
All right, so...
Wow, Lynn.
So,
That's
yeah.
really good, actually.
Really
Check
good.
that out.
It's interesting, by the way, because I would say this. If you said to me, give me one instrument that you think you could play, like you get it, you pick it up, and you work on it. Guitar is super hard. Bass is hard. Drums, you got to have rhythm, etc. Tambourine, anybody I think could play. Triangle. But I'm telling you, a harmonica is an awesome instrument to play. And by the way, I'm fascinated by anybody who can play guitar, play harmonica, and sing. That is like an ultra talent to me.
Like Bruce Springsteen?
Your dad, yeah. Or like Neil Young.
Yeah.
Like your dad.
Well, that's
killing
who
it.
inspired my dad is Neil Young.
Oh, really?
He
There you
loves
go.
Neil Young.
Huge
and I know
fan.
he saw him in Chicago. I got him tickets to it was like an intimate evening with Neil Young type of show. So yeah. He
Shout
said
out to your dad.
He was inspired by Neil Young, and he's getting pretty good. Like I said, wanted to ask you guys, are you or is anyone in your family musically inclined? Because I know that I'm not at all.
Mike, you played what, the saxophone?
Yeah, so I was my parents made us take piano lessons at growing up, and so I could read music okay, and then played the saxophone in middle school through high school. Haven't played it since, but my kids just got to the age where they get instruments from school, and so one of them one of the twins got a saxophone, the other one got a trumpet, and now that there's a saxophone in my house, I'm flirting with the idea of trying to play one for the first time in 20
Would you
years.
play?
Do it.
So we're probably going to do the Mandy's
Do it.
in December. Make it holiday themed this
Oh,
year.
really? We're not doing it in June?
Just because of the World Cup, and we're really busy that month.
Okay.
I think the holidays would be fun.
We'll do like
good to
Merry
let me know.
Mandy's. Will you blow sax at the Mandy's for us?
Please.
Wow. I'm not going to say no, but I assume you're going to schedule this in a non-Laker conflict.
Thank you, John Ireland.
Okay.
No, because I'm a moron. So we're going to do it the night of a Lakers game.
Are you calling him a moron?
Well, he called himself a moron.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Honestly. Oh, and by the way, JJ and LeBron never talked about that head coaching job. Do you Lakers people just think we're all idiots?
Is that true? JJ and LeBron never talked about that?
I think that I had mentioned well before any of the podcast that JJ Redick would be a great NBA coach.
No, you did.
So
I
a
know.
lot of people were talking about that before. LeBron and JJ even
Will you blow
spoke.
sax or not?
I'm not going to say no.
Okay, thank you.
Mandy's in December.
You strike me more as a drum guy, Trudell.
I had it on my calendar for June.
No, because I know you always are like, we got to do it this week. Sedano's doing the finals. Bergie and I have found out that Ireland's taking a very long vacation.
How long?
Very long.
How long?
I don't know.
4 weeks,
So-
6 weeks, 8 weeks? What are we talking
Not
about?
that long. But
Well,
so
what's long?
he's going to an exotic place.
Okay.
So
Exotic.
and there's like all this World Cup stuff.
Club
so
med.
What if I'm a sicko that likes to watch?
That's fine.
So we just decided, you know what? Why don't we do something different? We didn't do it last year because I almost died. So this year, the Merry Mandy's.
Oh,
and then
the
you
Merry
and
Mandy's.
I
then,
like it.
well, Stephanie came up with that. And then you and I could literally under the mistletoe for everybody.
Ugh.
Oh.
Ugh.
But I thought Stephanie didn't like that.
She
Well,
doesn't.
Mandy's is my night, not her night.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you're telling me this because in my calendar, I'm like, I have this whole thing scheduled. Like Mandy's.
and yes, we will do it before everyone takes a vacation because we're not idiots. Bergen and I aren't idiots.
You hear that? These guys are not idiots or morons.
Well, he called himself a moron a minute ago, but not an idiot. Though.
And we know that the Lakers could be in the in-season Cup tournament final, so we're not going to do that
can't
week.
miss that.
We're thinking about all of it.
Know the calendar, bro.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I even put NBA free agency into my calendar this year.
No, you didn't.
I swear to God. I swear to God. If you tell me when it is, I'll look it up on my calendar.
You got the trade deadline.
I don't have the trade deadline in my calendar.
Know your calendar.
But
Cap.
I put in the NFL draft in my calendar this year. I put in NBA free agency because last year Sedano was like, "No, the calendar, bro."
How about the lottery?
I didn't put in the lottery.
No lottery.
No, I don't care that much.
No trade deadline.
Nope.
Okay.
When's the trade deadline? It's coming up, right?
Yeah, a couple weeks, yeah.
What's the date? So I can put it in my calendar.
February 8th, maybe?
We're going to do an event that day as a station.
We are?
As a station, not us, in the morning.
Okay. Around the trade deadline.
Yes.
Are we making any trades?
I don't know.
Okay.
February
I figured
5th
you know
this
everything.
year.
Oh, February 5th.
Yeah.
Hey, Berg, can you play any instruments?
Can you
I can
blow
play
that sax?
No, I cannot. I can play a little bit of guitar.
Oh, come on.
A little bit. Very, very, very,
When you
very
say
little.
a little bit, that means you don't play guitar.
No, I did play the guitar. I had a guitar, but then I haven't played in probably 15 years.
Okay, and if you picked up a guitar right now, would we be like, oh, damn. Wow.
No, you'd be like, okay, it's not awful.
Okay.
But that's not good.
Not really the goal.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
My brother, though, he plays the guitar very well. He plays the piano very well. My dad played the clarinet.
Mhm.
I just didn't get the musical. I can dance. That's it.
Yeah, you can dance. I gave you
can't
that.
dance.
I'll tell you this. I played drums through high school. I had a drum set in my room, and all I would do is I would play Van Halen songs because, Alex Van Halen could keep a beat, but he wasn't exactly like Neil Peart of Rush. So I played the drums, but I don't think this is going to surprise you when I tell you. You know what I am in a band?
The hype beast?
The singer?
I'm a lead singer, bro.
Yeah, you're the singer.
I'm a lead singer.
You're the Chris Jericho.
Yes, I'm a lead singer. And that's why I should pick up harmonica as well.
You should.
So next year, because you're a great gift giver,
I could get you harmonicas.
me and your dad will be doing Zoom harmonica lessons.
Well, just so you know, they have all kinds of different keys of them. I didn't know this. And then I guess we were talking about, John Popper from Blues Traveler.
Yeah, we
That's
love
why
him.
he has that harmonica. It's like a harmonica tie. I don't know what you call it. Like it holds all the different harmonicas. And
Yeah,
I
it's
was
not
like,
called a harmonica tie.
I don't know, it looks like a tie, but it's bigger. I don't know. But yeah, there's all kinds of different keys and everything, which I had no idea.
Mm.
So yeah, I'll get you harmonicas, Cappy.
Can we play it together? Like you get on one end, Cappy, and I get on the other?
Oh,
we
yeah.
both blow
Now
it
that
together?
we could do. Now that we could do.
I don't think they're big enough.
No, we get a big one. We get the big one so that me and Chris could both be on one side of it.
Yeah, and then we just blow it
Blow
together.
Okay.
That would take quite a bit of coordination to produce
Oh, yeah.
sound.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
have
it
you
would.
seen us eat a
Curious
hot
about
dog together?
Yeah.
Plus, you have to like move your hands around like the wind holes and stuff, right?
I mean, given your weight loss and given that we're going back to Yamava, it's hard to believe that we had a 22-inch glizzy together. That's where it all started.
No, that's not where it started.
It's
The
not?
food and my drug use back in the day was
No.
not the issue. It was the alcohol.
Not that issue, the issue of us sharing food.
Oh, yeah, that's where it began.
Sedano doing play-by-play.
Oh, it was an amazing moment. You want to share a glizzy Sunday?
No.
Because you're bringing Rachel, right?
No.
Oh, you're not?
No.
So you can play a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just there
Wait,
to screw around.
are you
That's
not
why
even-
you want to hit the tables.
Is that half a donut still left for Cappy to eat? 'Cause you
No,
still
I'm
have
not
it?
eating it.
there.
I will not
Right
go
there.
near a donut. Will not do it. Discipline.
Okay.
I can't eat donuts myself, but that's because I once worked at a donut
Did
shop.
you order the ones for Stephanie or no? You ordered
Well,
a donut.
I mean, if Stephanie would like to have that half, otherwise I'd be happy
one
to buy
wants a
Stephanie.
half of a donut.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Stephanie, I feel like deserves a full donut.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, well, you ate them all.
Well, no, I had 1.5.
Well,
did
who
not.
he
You've
wants
been
to
in
give her
that
the
box
other
all
half.
morning.
No, I promise. I had 1.5. I could, if I had more than 1.5, I would have a stomachache. Somebody in this room had more than one.
I did.
I did too.
Okay.
didn't.
So that you could argue that was Stephanie's in theory, but
You
it's not
ate
their fault. I
Stephanie's
brought them in
donut.
for anybody to eat, and I will buy Stephanie donuts if Chris doesn't get offended by that.
No, you can buy her a donut.
Yeah, I'll buy her a donut.
She's awesome. She's not really just Chris's girlfriend. She's sort of community girlfriend.
We blew through the
What?
highway to
Yeah.
heaven. Can you not say that maybe?
No, it's true.
I mean, that statement is a little odd.
No, she's. I mean,
I'm not-
I
I'm
have
not-
nothing. I have got a great relationship with her. So, like for me, it's like I mean,
Friend
yeah,
who's
she's
a
her
girl.
girl. She's her girl. It's his girlfriend. But to me, I mean, she's kind of like my work girlfriend. That's how I feel about her. You find that weird?
That part, like when you say it like that, no. But when you said community girlfriend, that was a little weird.
Yeah, you think so?
I mean, it's just taken out of context.
Oh.
I don't know. 9:46. Time you hear the Highway to Heaven theme song. Time for us to read from the Don't Sweat the Small Stuff calendar for today, Thursday, January 22nd, 2026. Be willing to take advice, Cappy. Life is so much simpler when you involve the strengths and expertise of others. After all, if you absolutely knew what to do to make your life better or more successful, you'd be doing it already. Hey. But if you're struggling in any aspect of your life, and we all do, parentheses, you need advice.
Well said. Very, very well said.
George Sedano's on the phone.
Oh, does he know we need to? Of course. How is it that he got involved in this segment to throw off my timing
wait a
again?
minute. He sent a text. George sent a text to the entire group. He goes, "What's the phone number now?"
1 minute timeout.
We don't even know.
He goes,
1 minute,
I got
and
a
we'll
quick
talk.
story.
1 minute, we'll talk to Sedano. That's next.
Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA sports talk.
Mace is wearing the same sweatshirt single day until the Rams lose or win, right?
It's a lucky sweatshirt.
So will you wear it? You'll wear it every day this week.
Correct. Every day until the Super Bowl.
If the Rams win the Super Bowl, you've got to retire that sweatshirt, put it in a frame, and hang it up in your house.
I will absolutely do that. I am going to buy the frame now.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon on 710 ESPN.
One briefcase, one moment could change everything. Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is giving you a chance to own your destiny in 2026. Play throughout the month of January, and on January 28th, one Club Serrano member will win the case, and with it, a finale spot in any 2026 promotion, plus $400,000. Which destiny will you choose? It's all happening at Yamava Resort and Casino, celebrating its 40th anniversary. You in? Details at yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on the road to the Lombardi Trophy. Powered by Yamava Resort and Casino. You in?
9:48, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show, the Prize Picks Power Hour. Trudell Thursday, and also happy birthday, Steve Perry. We've been playing Journey or Steve Perry all morning long. He turned 77 today. The host of this show, his name goes first. George Sedano now joins us on the hotline. Good morning, George.
Good morning, and my testicles are now rotating.
Oh.
I'm glad you were
That was
listening.
good, Trudell.
Some people like Testicle Thursday.
Some people.
Yeah. So I just was calling you to tell you, because I know Cappy was all in on the Seahawks fans invading our social media because of our commentary. So I just did Brock and Sock, Brock Heward, Mike Sock in Seattle on 710. I believe it's Cairo there. 710.
Brock
They're
and
the
Sock.
ESPN station. Yeah. They're great guys, but they played our thing, Cappy. Like, they've been playing our thing. It sounds like they've been playing our thing that on our social media, like for a week probably. So that's probably how it all got spread around to the Seahawks fans. So they asked me if I was still confident. I said, yes, I'm still confident.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean I don't think it's going to be a close game, but I'm still confident. I didn't back down, Cappy.
Did you call them scumbags?
I am. Yeah, well, no, I did not. I also said, because they said, they played the clip of, like, you telling me about the Seahawks fans. I'm like, I don't care. And they're like, do you care? I'm like, no, I'm an old fart like you guys. I don't care.
Well, the thing is that we just, once they started to attack us, I was like, oh, this is just perfect for me. And you guys called me out on it. I was not lying or denying. I was like, yeah, you guys are feeding my fire, and you're just throwing gas on me. So the next day I said to Parker, I go, dude, I'm going to go off on the Seahawks again. Make sure you clip this and put this out. And Morales even said that he had commentary about the Seahawks.
From the afternoon show on Live Imaging Tuesday, and that has got now like 200,000 views on social media. These Seahawks fans are insane.
But I would ask the Seahawks fans this question. What did you think we were going to say? We're in LA.
Go Seahawks.
We're in business with the Rams. We go to all of their games. We broadcast from their training game. What do you think we were going to do? Go, no, we think that the Seahawks are going to win? I don't say it just because I'm a homer, which is part of it. I say it because I believe it. This is the Rams' time. The Seahawks are on their way, but this is the moment for Matthew Stafford, Sean McVay, and the Rams. And by the way, George, I'll have you know, I'm going to do the same thing tonight, because tonight I'm going on with Softy Maller.
Oh, you are going on with Softy Maller?
I'm going on with Softy tonight.
Oh, see, 'cause I did Brock and Sock in the morning on one station. I'm doing Mark James at midday on KJR. So, yeah. So,
George,
man, they're spreading it around over there in Seattle.
Yeah. George, I have a thought. Like, could you take a shot at Nirvana just on your just like, be like look, Nirvana's overrated.
Can you imagine? Oh, it'd be amazing.
Yeah, George, tell everybody you think Nirvana's overrated. Or something
Nirvana
like that.
and Starbucks suck, guys.
I was going to say Starbucks too, yeah.
And then have Morales tell everybody about Pete Carroll and the Werther's Originals. That'll get him going, too.
I think if you just stick with Nirvana, you're in good shape.
They love Pete up there still. Yeah, exactly.
So, George, you found Dr. Clapper's story about the rotating testicles to be as fascinating as me and Mike did, huh?
So I landed at Hartford because I'm going to I have a meeting in Bristol today, and in between my game on Saturday, and I get in the rental car and I put on the station. I'm like, all right, let me listen on the app, and crystal clear, by the way, the app
In the all-new
ESPN
app, crystal clear digital audio.
I mean, it's not so new anymore, if we're being honest.
No, it's always new.
But yeah, and then that was the first thing I heard was Dr. Clapper come on, and then you telling the story about the dog pee and you sniffing around for your dog pee, and then him talking about rotating testicles and a guy hitting his head under the sink.
Mike Trudell told me a story in the break. He didn't say it wasn't for air. I'm not going to air it, but it's his story to tell. But he has a similar story to what I have, which is, I got a vasectomy because I had 4 kids. I'm like, okay, I got to stop this thing. I got to stop this train right now. Does everybody here want to hear about Trudell's vasectomy story? Because I do.
You already heard it.
I know. George, do you want to hear it?
Sure, why not?
I mean,
3, 2.
3, 2.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go.
I'll give you a very short
You stepped
version
on
of
Evan
it.
again. You can't step on Evan.
What?
He's like obsessed with Evan.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, that's Evan Cohen.
I'm going to come in there, man. I'm going to come in there.
Like, dude, he's got a
I
major
love
man crush.
Sedano introduced us a couple years ago. Very friendly. I think he's great. Okay, briefly, what happened? I had forgotten to shave. Okay, the day before, and there was a male nurse who was kind of getting me prepped before the doctor came in to do his business in 7 minutes. And as he is helping with that function, he proceeded to tell, while he is kind of is very hands-on at this point. Tells me that he's a big fan of the the team and radio show in the past, and I just thought the timing of it, given sort of where his hands were, it was just like it was kind of an odd time to have that kind of discussion. But I was flattered, and I told him I really appreciated it, and we kind of had a discussion about it. But it was a little awkward in that moment.
I understand. Yeah. And by the way, his story was way better off air, just because he cleaned it up for the air, which was very nice of you.
Yeah, but then you made it not interesting.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I kind of neutered it down a little bit.
Yeah, neutered.
Which is
Interesting
why
word.
I was hesitant to. Yeah, that's why I told it during the break. But
was it warm hands or soft hands or cold hands?
Yeah, do you remember?
Pretty cold.
Cold hands.
Really?
Yes, pretty cold.
You would think they would warm them up beforehand.
Right.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
That would have been a good thing.
Yeah. What is up with? Is George still with us?
George is still with us here. George.
What is up with George?
Yeah, George. What is your deal?
I just told you I'm in Bristol for a meeting.
Yeah, it's his deal. He's in Bristol. He's in Bristol for a meeting.
Now, can I ask you a question in these meetings? Will Scott Kaplan's name come up at all?
Yeah, make sure you mention my name, please.
No, don't. Do you think it'll come up at all?
Yeah. What's that guy's name?
Maybe with one person, because she used to oversee radio, and she'll just ask hey, how the radio show going?
Yeah.
But that probably will only be it.
Oh,
The
that
other
person
people-
might mention my name because she reaches out. I would say a couple times a year just to check on me.
She says, "How's Morales? Is he still alive?"
Yeah, she might say that.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, she might. But the other people, Cap, I don't think you know them. So
I don't know anybody.
I don't know if you'll come up.
The only person I know at ESPN is you. And now I know Wendy, and I guess I know Ramona. That's it. I don't know anybody. I don't really know anybody. George.
You made that uninteresting, too.
Well, yeah, while you're here, can I do a dealer's choice? I want to tell everybody about something really quick. You
Hit the music.
Yeah, dealer's choice. Go ahead,
It
Chris.
is time for the Dealer's Choice Real Deal, brought to you by Seller's Advantage. Want to sell your house before you call an agent? Call Seller's Advantage. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer. Or visit sellersadvantage.com, DRE 0196-1658.
Restaurant review time. Restaurant
Hey,
review.
everybody.
Had dinner last night at a restaurant I'd never been to before. Bergie, out your way.
Which restaurant?
Out in Calabasas.
Okay.
Okay.
What kind of restaurant?
Sush.
Okay.
And Chris, you and I were pretty close to this restaurant a few months ago when we had dinner out that way.
Oh, when we had the Avner dinner?
Yes.
Okay.
So my first time last night in Calabasas at a place called Sugarfish.
You've never been to a Sugarfish?
Never. Listen, like Walmart. I'd never been to Walmart.
Yeah,
I've never been to Sugarfish.
Are everywhere.
Yeah, that's not a Calabasas thing.
Yeah, no,
That's
I've
just
never.
There's a Sugarfish a mile from here.
I've never been to Sugarfish. I don't really even know the brand.
Did you get the Trust Me or the Trust Me Light?
Yeah,
I got the.
It's like a chain.
I got the full big Trust Me.
Right, the full Trust
Yeah,
Me.
the big one.
That's the right way to go.
$48. Let me tell you something right now. For $48, it says on the menu everything you're going to want. And I got to figure that the chef was like, all right, 55-year-old white guy comes
But you
walking
know
into my
the
place.
backstory of Sugarfish, right?
No.
So you know why it says Sugarfish by Sushi Nazuzori. I
No.
believe that.
Mm-mm.
That's the older gentleman, the dad, who had a place in Studio City, and he was referred to, and I'm saying this because it's a Seinfeld bit. Remember the soup Nazi?
Yep.
He was considered the sushi Nazi, where when you went to his restaurant, you weren't allowed to talk, and you weren't allowed to use your cell phone. And I went there the final day of that being open, and it was no joke. And there were no menus. You walked in and you said, "Trust me" or "Trust me light," and then they brought you things, and then you left. You didn't diddle-daddle at all. Then he closed it, and his son realized, I'm going to keep this thing going. And that's when Sugarfish was created by the son. And now it's a multi-billion-dollar brand.
So I'd never been to any of the locations. I was aware that it wasn't just like a one thing, but we were out in the Calabasas area last night. And so I said, hey, how about sushi? And they're like, okay, well, Sugarfish. And I actually called Samboni and asked him what he thought. And he gave me another place. I think it was like Katsuya out there or something.
By the way, when were you going to tell me you had lunch with him yesterday?
I didn't have lunch with him.
Oh, you didn't?
No. So anyway, I wanted to say this, that I thought the Sugarfish was outstanding. I thought the food was outrageous.
Did you think he wasn't going to tell me you had lunch with him yesterday?
Well, we didn't have lunch together.
Okay.
Yesterday. So why are you so paranoid?
I'm not. I just was wondering why you didn't mention it.
No, I didn't have lunch with the guy.
Okay.
Anyway, Sugarfish, Calabasas. I love the warm rice underneath the fish. I thought that was outstanding. But the thing about the Trust Me dish, I didn't know. So on one side of the menu is the Trust Me. On the other side, you could order, things a la carte. And I looked at this, $48. And it's as if the chef said, 55-year-old white guy's going to come walking into my place, and he's going to want boom, 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 boom. And everything you would want, he gave you. And the food just kept coming, and it was fast, and it was awesome. So I just want to say to all of the people at Sugarfish in Calabasas, I thought the place was great. You got us in relatively quickly. The food came out expeditiously. It was a great experience. An A+ for Sugarfish, Calabasas.
Do you like hand rolls?
I do.
So there's another place called Kazunori, which is just like...
Which we can walk to here in
right,
downtown LA.
And it's just all hand rolls.
All hand rolls, and it's
I love
amazing.
hand rolls.
And they do the exact same thing. It's a trust me or trust me light kind of deal.
Now, the one thing about walking to this one, it gets really rough. Like, they have a security guard, armed security guard, but it's worth the walk. It's
Like
amazing.
the armed guard at the Target?
Much more. Like, this guy will look at you, and
Okay.
he'll do it if
Will
he
he
needs
pat
to.
you down?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But
So
it's
George,
worth it.
George, there you go.
Happy. I don't feel like you would do well in one of those places you can't talk and not have your cell phone and all that kind of stuff.
No good. No chance at all. In fact, my friends last night were like, isn't there some Laker game or something you're supposed to be watching? I'm like, no, tonight they're off. And they're like, oh, we actually get to talk to you then tonight. Because usually I'm at these dinners and I'm watching a game. So it was a very nice night.
I'm a game watcher at dinner sometimes.
Yeah,
too.
with my phone. I can't help it.
Yeah.
I got to know what's going on.
Yeah.
George, safe travels, man. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I'll be in Minneapolis in Mike's home.
There you go.
Town, and it'll be a high of -9, I've been told.
That's
So
right,
there you
buddy.
go.
Yeah, get that scarf on, buddy.
Ugh,
You want
beautiful.
that touching your face.
Be safe, Georgie. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. It is a final for a Trudell Thursday. We had a fun show.
People are suggesting maybe we change the name to Testicle Thursday.
We'll see you tomorrow
I mean, it's just
for
their
a
idea.
Felix Friday.
Mongols.
Oh, where's the Felix name? Hold on.
It's a Felix Friday?
Yeah, it's going to be a Felix Friday, and I'm going to wear Pepe Montilla's gift. That's tomorrow. We'll start at 7 a.m. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Everybody have a beautiful Thursday, everybody.
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
What do you think we are? Gang?